2 people. It's like 1 person. Oh well, it's okay. What else do I put? I guess follow my socials. And then alright, we'll just put that. Hopefully it saves. Let me close this out. Did it change? Okay, it changed. Thank God. Alright. Look at that. Now let's look at this. 32 impressions. 32 impressions. No links clicked. 10 impressions. No links clicked. Alright.
Gets an Rlcs medal.
So they essentially also win the LAN.
Yeah,
So I will be 25% as good as Turbo Pulsar.
Exactly.
That is my dream.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And as we go through today, Wavepunk he's happy to go with it. Every person that's on the desk is going to get one. We've got 16 people on today, so
amazing.
Everybody
We're all
is
getting
gonna
one.
get one. Do you want to give one over to Cole? Do you want to?
Yeah, I'll fan them for cool.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
You could do with a fan,
Thank you. Fan me.
There you
It's a
go.
bit warm.
but we'll have to wait till Saturday for them to come in.
All
There you
of them,
go.
there we go. I'll go with this awkward one
Okay.
here.
Shogun, are we instantly revealing?
I want to reveal.
No,
yeah.
let's all
Yeah,
reveal.
let's see what you
Should we
got.
all reveal together?
No, that's
ready?
all now.
3, 2, 1.
What's he got?
Don't
Oh!
tell me.
You got endpoint.
Hey, look at that.
Right, so status quo
let's
for
screenshot
Cole.
that.
Cole,
Wow.
do you mind taking it and giving
Cole,
one over to
fan for me.
Oh, yeah, of course I can. Oh, I love this.
There you go.
I'm going to shuffle as well. I don't back you not to have cheated.
Okay. Okay. Well, they were in an order to
They're
hide some
all good,
certain
mate.
cards, but fair
Okay.
enough.
Yep.
I'll go for this one. That switch at the end.
Oh,
Okay,
cheeky.
right,
Let's have a look.
3, 2, 1.
Oh!
Okay.
Wait, let's put them together. Let's put them together.
Okay. Who have I
You
got?
got Phase.
Phase. Okay.
Rush
Okay.
back.
I
Can
can
we
go
do
with
it?
Phase.
Wait,
I
you
can go with
win.
Can you
Phase.
do the?
Can you do the finger? Can you get the finger going?
Wow.
There you go.
That's the one.
I'll
That's
do
the one.
the endpoint.
Oh,
fingers.
I think you'd break your hand trying to do
Cole.
that.
Okay. Right, sorry.
Cole, do you mind helping
Right.
out Johnny
Getting
with this as well?
distracted.
Great.
If you get Falcons.
Okay.
There's no
Actually,
shot. All right.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, power.
Okay, you got power.
Of course, of
Oh,
course,
power.
of course.
Alright,
That's
I've
me, that's me.
lost.
Of course.
It's alright,
I'm
it's
gonna be
alright.
honest, I don't believe.
Alright,
It's
it's
fine,
yeah.
Gonna be
Wait,
straight
who's,
honest.
wait, who's going to get BDS
Yeah,
and just lock the win?
BDS.
Okay, he's manifesting.
Oh,
okay.
oh,
Og,
you got Og.
brand new Og
got Og,
team.
Yeah,
new
got
Ogs.
Og.
Optic
Gaming.
Gaming.
Oh, I'll be cheering for them now.
Alright.
Okay, Shogun.
Okay.
Who do you want, Shogun?
You have to feel the BDS, Shogun. Feel the BDS.
This one's calling to me.
Go on.
Easy ones, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Alright, what you got?
2, 1.
Falcons! There we go.
Okay.
You are now Johnny's best friend. No swaps,
right,
Johnny.
that's right.
No
You know what?
swaps.
You know what?
Hey.
Never thought
Hey,
Gibbs had
Shogun.
anything right.
Shogun, I have a trade.
You receive.
I receive power.
All right, we have a couple more moments here. We're gonna
Oh,
go down
we
the
know.
line.
We
Okay,
know
real
you're a
quick.
big
I wanna
fan.
just- not
Of
even
course.
just a facial
Wait, what's the
expression
first game
at the
happening here?
camera.
Okay.
Oh, these are the
About your team.
worst
Go.
first games to happen.
Cole.
G2 Gaming Gladiator and Optic Moist. I don't know what would be a
Like a
better
big boy.
game.
Gregan. And I want the wide shot for my one, please.
So everybody's gonna get one of these. Oh,
Yeah,
Carl's
that's
gonna
right,
get
yeah.
one.
Yeah, this is
Right.
mainstream.
I love that.
Shall we get ourselves ready?
So
to get
the
going?
first games
Let's
happening
take
is
a look
Optic
at
and
what
Moist
expect
and
today.
Gaming
Let's have a quick
Gladiators
look. So
G2.
just joining us, we are
So
double elimination today. If you beat
that's
once,
what's
you are
happening.
not out
I don't
just
think
yet,
anything
but
else is
your
really
life
happening
gets
until after
significantly
these are
more
like the
difficult
most boring
for the
first
rest
matches.
of the tournament.
But
This is the way today looks, starting off with our
that's
beach
it. So,
stream schedule. You can catch all of
which
this.
do you want to
We've
watch?
got multiple monitors. My goodness, am I jealous of you in that case? Because that is so much good. Rocket League start for Gaming Gladiators against G2 Esports. Team Secret BDS.
The wins.
Power.
course.
John's favorite
I'm
team.
playing
FaZe
Stumpy.
Clan.
Oh, you're
Hey!
playing
Stumpy.
Okay, we have to.
Johnny, how
yeah.
confident are you right now in your power boys?
Honestly, I think OCE, from what I've heard, they're looking better than ever this season. So
I believe
I
FaZe
think
used
there's
the
a
word
chance, there's a
copium.
chance.
Alright, so this is
And
the
rest
main
of
streamer
game,
here.
Moist Esports, Optic Gaming.
This is the more
Fury
interesting one in my
at
opinion.
Endpoint. Got V1 and Liquid against.
Because you have Fury
You're the
Kicker
best.
post
You guys
match,
have all
V1
dumped
endpoint
each
post
other.
match, and then
Yeah.
obviously
Round one.
everyone wants Falcons
Loser gets
Liquid.
fired from the RLCS.
Optic
something
and
like that.
Moist.
Uh,
That shit obviously.
But it is now time.
Unless
to
there's
get
just gonna be
ourselves
some
ready
random
for our
upset.
First game of the major.
Let's go, Optic.
Optic Gaming taking to the field against Moist Esports. They entered LA as Team Queso. They have been picked up by Moist.
Of course, everyone
They
loves
are ready
Rocket
to
League.
try
We all love Rocket League.
go that little step beyond, but Optic is a team that maybe didn't necessarily know who they were bringing with them. Just things seem to be chopping and changing, but they now have Drees.
Yeah, Optic
how
is
you
Envy.
feeling about Optic's chances?
How am I feeling
Envy
about
is
Optic's
no longer a
chances?
thing
I'm
now.
not
They
particularly
completely
optimistic,
disbanded
sorry,
their
Greg, and I'm not
sport
too
entirely.
convinced just yet,
And
but they have shown consistency.
everyone that's
You know,
Envy is now
they've been in the
Optic.
top 6 or so of NA throughout, and
Yeah.
that's not an easy thing to do, as we've seen from many teams in North America who haven't done as well as they thought. So yeah, I mean, they're
Optic
the sort of
sucks.
wild cards that we're not expecting
We
to go
say
too
so.
far, but who knows?
They've
It's
had a
the
really
best I
rough
can offer.
time, getting here, make sure all their players are available just throughout the regionals
Yeah.
so far, and they've had like all these different permutations of their roster. I hope this is the one that works. They can rep that new org, more like the kind of merged org
merge,
now,
yeah.
repping the Optic Gaming brand, which is amazing to see.
Well, we now need to take a look at their opponents. When Moist went over to LA,
Bro,
they
I
were
need to figure out how to
almost
get
crowned
stream delay
champions.
going.
Now we come over to London. They look to go one step further.
Yo, I'm Joyo, and I play for Moist Esports. Being in London's nice. I mean,
Look
I
at
watched
that
season
drip.
5, which was
Oh,
in
me, look at
London,
the
and it was a
drip.
great event. I was like 12 then, maybe,
Oh my
and now
God,
to finally
dude.
be here, it's
It's
really
so hot.
surreal. The major is very important to me and my team. It really helps us proceed into Worlds. I mean, Worlds is obviously the main goal, but majors are just as important to us, and we want to win just as much as Worlds. To reach our goals, we've just been grinding, playing scrims every day, playing out of the scrims, doing ranked. We're just gonna have
Wait,
a
does
good
my mic
vibe,
sound okay?
We play really good off of high energy, being good friends. We're just gonna go in there, have fun, and that's how we're gonna beat everyone. This major, you'll see what we normally do. Probably a good finish. We were going for first, but you'll see a good performance for sure. The other team should fear us because we proved in our first major that we're not scared of the crowd, we're not scared of the audience. We know how to win, and we're gonna bring that energy again.
Let's go, Moist.
Try us, see what happens.
All right, lads, just like you practiced.
Yep.
Rise,
Rise, joy over Tira. Rise, joy over Tira.
And that's our analysis.
Right. Oh, yep.
Okay, wow.
That very rare. I don't think you're gonna hit any chance this weekend get cut off after only 2 sort of cycles through.
Yeah,
That
come
shows. That's when you get everybody up and going. But you look at this team, Johnny. You are looking at a team full of pure clutch.
And this is the guy. So Gibbs is saying Beast Mode is going to be top goals per game. This is the guy who was top goals per game in LA. Rise in a ridiculous number. I believe it was the all-time LAN goals per game record for Rocket League, and that's in the modern era is even more impressive. So yeah, look out for this guy shooting, especially on 0 seconds.
They're so calm and relaxed as well. We were chatting to them earlier, and they just have truly zero nerves.
Yeah.
Sometimes players say it, and you can tell they're actually, their hearts are going a million miles a minute. They just seem completely unfazed by being here. The fact that they were in LA and went so far as well as Team Queso. I mean, look at him go! He's living a boogie.
They're sitting down, they're having fun, they're dancing,
4.
they're
Representing
chatting.
Turbo
The
Pulsar?
number 4 is great.
It's a good
I would also agree.
Does he know it's a best of 5? He's probably saying 4-0. But
And then Vatira on the end.
He's a
They
good
all
mate.
bring their own energy, and here's the one with
said
number 2.
And then a bit of that.
Is Rise 3 or 1? I don't know, but it's just they are having fun. They know that they theoretically are the ones that we're looking at to win this, to take it away from your BDSs, from your G2s.
Well, we've seen how good they are at LAN. We will look to see if they can do it again. But moving on to their opponents. They were once Envy. They are coming to this as Optic. Let's see what they think about joining the Green Wall.
My name is Aleutian, and I play for Optic Gaming.
Name is Illusion.
So for this major, we don't have much expectation at all. Came in as the 5th seed from NA, so most people are writing us off. So we're just here to have some fun and do the best we can.
Of course.
I don't have
Watch
much to say to
Optic
the
show
haters.
up now.
I hope our gameplay will speak for
Watch him,
itself,
like,
honestly.
Watch them like win the whole thing.
It feels
just
great to
because
be
they're
in
Optic
London.
now.
We didn't necessarily expect it after our rough winter split, but managed to turn things around, and happy to be here now. Past 2 years, because of COVID, even though I was on top 4 teams, I never got to really participate at a real LAN. So for me, this is it's a first. So really excited. Yeah, I think other teams fear us because of that. We're kind of a wild card, and in our last LAN, we were all on separate teams, Drees, Mist, and I, but we all performed pretty well. So I think when it comes to being on stage here, we'll perform.
Uppy, uppy, uppy!
Tick, tick, tick!
Uppy, uppy, uppy!
Tick, tick, tick!
Tick, not oi, Shogun.
Yeah, I might have got that one wrong.
Shogun looked down the line after that like, boys, I'm sorry.
He looked horrified, so you should be, mate.
Wait,
Well, good
Turbo's
thing
cult
that
is
there will be more
coach?
in sync on the field than I
Turbo's
will be
cult.
with you guys.
I
So
can't speak.
that's
Turbo's
the reason why
coaching?
They are down there. But Drees, he's over here. He's probably the one that's had like quite an up and down career considering how small, short it's been so far. But he's here. He's ready to start grabbing those victories.
Yeah, he is. And being with Optic Gaming, it's something that, you know, we wanted to see in Rocket League for a while. We're talking about that brand. It's so exciting seeing Optic on the pitch. And, you know, as we go between Drees and the middleman, Turbo is also behind them. Bear in mind, he is there at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, Drees played so well at his first major and the full major. And another player who looked really good on LAN was Aleutian.
Yeah.
You know, we thought we were going to see the end of him when he went to coaching, but we were all asking, when are you going to come back on the pitch? And now is that season, and it's great to see him back playing well. This team has gone through a lot of struggles with like illness recently, which has meant they've had to try playing with subs and so on. And obviously traveling all the way from North America to Europe can add a lot of challenges for these teams in terms of performance. But I think they're coming here with no pressure on them, so I think they're really going to step up coming into this stage because of that lack of pressure.
Yeah, no expectations at all. I mean, they can't go in. It's moist, for goodness sake. You can't go into this with any pressure on yourself. It's a best of 5, which I think will favor them. And yeah, of course, always the low chance that we're going to get Turbo to grab a controller at some point. That would be pretty exciting.
What do we think?
Maybe that's what the 4 was about earlier. They were looking at, I want the 4
time.
I want the 4.
Oh, I see. Take down the 4
But no, I want him in here.
Having Turbo as the coach, what an interesting position. Like, we've never seen him go up there for it. He's moving, he doesn't know where he should stand. The camera person doesn't know either.
Is he trying to dodge?
I mean, you guys talk a lot about it. Greg and you especially, about the vibes. Is Turbo the one that behind you that's going to give you those vibes?
I think the fact that he's in a new dynamic always helped. Turbo's been one of those people, the moment he joins a team, the vibes seem to be great in that team. And when you change things up, it makes a massive difference. These guys change things up by bringing Aleutian, and it seems like Turbo is comfortable with that, is getting involved. And for him, he's back where he won that Worlds, and he's got Mist on his team, who's been that player always in those top 10s, top 20s of North American players.
So good defensively as well. I mean, you think the ball is going in 100%, and then suddenly, majestically Mist appears. It's
We're
insane.
giving like real. I'm gonna go really specific.
Wait,
and
has
Mist
Game
has the best
Gladiators
stats,
GT
I think,
started?
in the world.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
automatic at that sort of stuff, and he is so deadly.
Hold on, we're gonna look
to
at
be
this. Look at
against
this.
there, so
That's
expect
on
to
it.
see some
We're
very
watching.
deep
What's up, everyone?
defending, but this is how the two teams line up. Moist with 2.
No, but seriously, look at this, though.
0.8 of those coming in that last moment of every single game. They keep getting these.
I have
0-second
300. I
goals.
have more views in this
It
video
just
than I
seems
do
to be
have
part of
subscribers.
their identity
How
at
did that work?
this moment. But now we've kind of got
Crazy.
our thoughts into all of this.
Crazy
Now
good
we
videos,
know
yeah.
what you at home think.
So,
It's time.
If you haven't watched
for our
it, go
first
watch it.
fan
Like my
prediction.
predictions
I'm
real
expecting
quick
you all
before the
to
stream
know this.
starts.
All right, it's
So.
simple enough. Hashtag MST for Moist. Hashtag OG.
Hashtag og.
Oh, that one.
We like
If
og.
you think Optic are going to take the win here. I mean, yeah, Greg and you're all in on this one,
Greg and
mate.
Steve
That way or that way? That way.
Go og. Go og.
Go og. Go og.
Right. I'm going to start with Gregan here for this one.
He's down as well.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
opposite. All right, cool. Going to
I
Johnny.
really believe it's going to be Optic Gaming. I've backed them since the start. I thoroughly
Yeah.
enjoy the way they play. They've been my pick all
Moist
event.
definitely has this. I
I
feel.
don't know about that. You know, Shogun's saying that Mist is the best at double taps in the world. I don't think he's even the best at double taps in this lobby, I'm going to be honest. Moist. Yeah, splash.
Yeah.
Silly show.
I think that I'd love to be able to predict Optic here, but I think Moist is going to be able to take it. The fact that they are so cool, they are icy, they are fearless, and yeah, I think it'll be surprisingly comfortable for them too.
I mean, we always say that Optic and their fans have always called them the Green Wall, but I think that Green Wall is going to get knocked down by the Moist Tsunami.
Whoa.
Moist, take it here.
I mean, I'm just going to go with the peer pressure here. I'm going to go with Moist Esports.
Oh.
You put that down right there. You stay all by yourself.
Face
It is
up.
4 over here, 1 for Optic. But hey, we could have a very, very
Endpoint.
cocky Gregan if they end up taking the win here. Now let's find out what you at home think. Ooh,
Wow,
that's-
Okay.
Yeah.
Moist have so many fans. They're one of the
Yeah.
teams that you look at in these votes, much like NRG kind of were. Like, they will be winning them almost every time. You won't see Moist go below 50.
Okay, well, I've had a fantastic time here, lads. I'm so happy that we got the chance to do it. But we've got our predictions. We have got your predictions. But it is now time to add a new chapter to the cop box. We were here 4 years ago, but it is time to do it yet
All right,
again.
first
We have
match up
Moist
now.
Esports, we have
Moist and
Optic
Optic.
Gaming, and we have a major underway.
Corelli, I have to be honest, it feels good to be back here at the Copper Box. History made. Shogun's wonderful call, the wonderful moment with Justin NRG Turbo a part of it as well. And I hope, Corelli, that we see more history made this event.
You could feel it, you could taste it in the air. There's magic here in London in the Copper Box. And the first matchup, we get to see Moist taking on the newly branded Optic Gaming, kind of the battle of two new brands coming in to the Rocket League scene.
And we'll see if that
Alright,
can
first match.
perhaps breathe some extra life into him. New life in this roster,
see.
certainly Optic Gaming. Able
Will
to
Moist
squeeze
perform like they
into
did?
this major, but
Hopefully.
this first
I'm
round
hoping they actually
matchup,
perform. I want them to win.
formerly Queso,
But
who
if they don't,
captured our
that's
hearts
whatever.
last
There's so many
major
teams
with
I actually
their
want to see here win.
incredible lower bracket run. Their intense game sevens.
Yeah.
They're going to be a tough matchup for Optic.
So clutch Moist has been. And I don't think a lot of people have big expectations here for Optic. And maybe that's a good thing for them. They kind of look at their regional runs, and they didn't really beat anyone above them. They only beat teams below them, stopped by G2 in version 1. So we'll see what Optic can do here. And right now, honestly, this is a great start for them. Moist just not absolutely coming out and crushing them. Maybe an opportunity here for Illusion. Can he get a flip reset? He won't get it, and Joyo there to clear it away.
Rise going to take this downfield. There's another demo. Joyo going for the flick. That one blocked. Drees was hanging out on the post. Able to make the stop. Now, on the other end, low boost save from Vitira. And Corelli, this matchup against Optic Gaming, you heard Illusion say it in his interview. They feel like the wild card, and they're playing that role right now.
Oh, that's a tough shot to block. It's just behind both of them, and Fatira
Dude.
can't get there. Drees able to sneak by a top Optic.
I already feel like Moist
Threatened.
isn't gonna
Moist
play as
there,
well
but
as they did
Moist
last major.
Can't break through.
Like, they did not look as good as they did last major.
Nice
This
stop at the midfield.
split,
Boom
so
over to the
we can
sidewall.
hope now.
Joyo keeping it in. Illusion, great speed. Will hit it out. Another challenge. Will bounce it up off the ceiling. Rise. Looking for Vitira. Vitira wide turn around the ball. It's a nice pass. Double tap doesn't come through. Weak shot is going to be saved. Was a nice look from Moist, but the
Optic's
shot
keeping it
never
close
came.
though.
And you can see the
Pretty
triple threat
impressive.
coming out from Moist. All players getting involved in the shots. They're very, very quick to follow up. But Optic, they're getting a couple good looks here, James, catching Moist off, especially on the counterattack. But they got to watch out for Vitira, as he can't get under it. And Moist still looking to threaten. It's Joyo now. Looking to follow up, gets by one, up to Mist to make the save, and he stops
Dude.
the follow-up from Moist.
Low boost troubles. Finally, a big clear.
Alright,
comes
let's see how
out from
Gaming
Drees.
Gladiators is going.
And we've seen Drees on the major stage before, back when he was on
Well,
G2,
like, keeping
and
it
honestly,
pretty, I mean, it's only been a
looked,
minute.
I mean,
game,
arguably the
but they're
best
keeping it
looking
pretty
player on
close.
his team back at the fall major.
Maybe they'll
Now
actually
another
take a game. If they
chance,
take a game on
Optic
G2, that'd be
holding on.
impressive.
And let's not forget, I mean,
That'd be
Optic, he also
20 times
had
more impressive than the
Illusion as
Detonator
well on FaZe.
phase,
Had a great
so.
fall major performance as well. Probably his best performance of the year. And so can he capture that magic again against Moist? It's gonna be tough with Vatira's flip resets coming from the ceiling, and a 1-0 lead for Moist.
You know, who needs double taps when you've got flip resets and Vatira and all of Moist so deadly in the air. Excellent shot, excellent goal to open up the London Major, and Moist find themselves ahead with less than half of game one to go, correct?
I mean, you knew it was gonna happen on the Moist side. It didn't really matter which player you chose. One of them was gonna hit the flip reset, and here in the first 3 minutes against Optic Gaming. Now Drees off the backboard, no follow-up from Optic, but nobody getting a touch here from Moist. As a demo comes out, Rise will take out Illusion. And Optic down by 1, looking for space. And they've been afforded a little bit of space as now a bump comes out. Drees can't get by the defense, and Vatira will take Drees out of the game.
We've seen some shaky moments on defense from Optic Gaming already. There was that one at the beginning of the game that barely bounced off the post. Drees had to come in and cleared off the goal line after Illusion and Miss got tangled up. We've seen Optic not really get that many opportunities on offense, stuck on defense most of the time, but now we see Illusion going for a dribble. Drees, low boost, able to keep that ball in play. Mist was able to steal the corner boost as well. See what Drees does here. Booms it back out to the middle. Mist waiting for his chance. Nice handbrake usage. Will pop it up into a dangerous spot, but Joyo able to touch that gracefully back to the corner.
Minute remaining, and you've seen a lot here through the first 4 minutes. A lot of demos coming out from Moist. Rise and Vatira, 2nd and 4th in EU demos per game across all teams. It is very tough to get through Moist with how physical they are. And now Optic, they got 40 seconds to make something work, but it seems like they've been gaining a lot more ground here against Moist. But unfortunately, the shot's just not coming for them.
Optic, can they battle back? 30 seconds left in game one. Drees, again low on boost. We've seen that so much.
First game almost over.
Fumes.
Let's see.
Miss towards net. Oh. And Vatira is able to get high block.
Screen broke.
Vatira, wonderful speed. That'll melt more time off the clock, but it's controlled by Miss. Miss. Back to Drees. The give and go shut down by Joyo.
Maybe the best attack we've seen from Optic. And unfortunately, maybe not enough here in game one. It's going to be Mist to keep it up, but Rise there to kill it. He won't even need a touch. And Moist going to take game one.
It was a close game, though. Only one goal.
From Moist, you saw the one goal of this game was a beauty. That Vatira flip reset over the defense. We saw moments where Optic's defense really was struggling.
Yeah, and while it was just like a one-goal game, as you said, it was Moist full
What's up,
control
viewer?
here in this game. We were just mentioning it in the waning second.
So,
really have a lot of shooting
first game
chances.
ended.
They did have
Moist
a little
won,
bit more
1-0.
space than I would expect against a Moist squad, but
that's it.
For Optic,
That's all happened.
I mean, you can
The
see here
screen
that
broke.
was probably one of their better shots. Really, they didn't get a lot of clean shots
And
towards the Moist
this
side.
play there, you
But
saw that
G2,
Illusion and Miss getting
where you are right
tangled
now?
up. Drees
First
bailed
game.
out, and then this flip reset, so nasty, even bouncing off the ceiling.
And what do you do if you're Missed? I mean, there's just nothing you can do when he comes off the ceiling with the flip reset. It's so hard to defend because the option of the flip reset is so powerful in Rocket League.
Yeah, I was gonna say vote to forfeit, but I realized that this isn't ranked, so you gotta play it out. But hitting clips like that, what a shot from Moist. But honestly, Corelli for Optic, I think even though they lost this game one, they're a wild card. They had to fight so hard to get here. That game was close. That was a winnable game for Optic. And if
all right, homie, let's look at this. One 307 views.
And Miss passing play, we might see them pull out a game one victory.
I mean, there was enough opportunities to say that they could have.
2 impressions,
here,
crazy.
Even with the Moist control.
Isn't that unbelievable,
I think if you
guys?
are Optic, you're not favored in this matchup, just plain and simple. And I think for a 1-0 loss here in a game where they did have a few opportunities, not the worst look for them.
Interesting
See if they
bracket.
can get some momentum going. Still looking for their first goal of the London Major. Rise. Trying to slow it down. You mentioned how many demos Moist.
Yeah. I forgot
were
about
able to
Illusion.
execute. Yeah, you forgot about Illusion.
Number 4 in NA for demos, just to back that one up. And so it's not just Moist getting those demos. Of course, Illusion, I think, getting a lot of those demos when he was on phase as well, but still brings that physical play here for Optic.
Saw 2 demos for Optic. Maybe that is the key that will open up these opportunities for Optic Gaming. Joyo, flip reset. Missed, able to keep this to the corner. Drees upfield. Vatira pre-jumps. Second effort. He'll leave it for Joyo. Double tap ball gets denied, but that confidence from Moist at the midfield. What do you do about that?
Well, it's too predictable from Optic, but hold on a second. That one's going to go off the post from Mist. The block, the dunk that could have gone in. And again, another decent look there for Optic. Of course, when you go into a tackle like that, you just don't expect it to go straight towards the net. But that's how close this series has been so far, even with the control coming out from Moist. Optic have at least kept them honest here.
They certainly have. This has been a close series, and I personally, Corelli, looking at Optic and Moist, their performances over the majors, over the split, you expect Moist to be the heavy favorite, but Optic is hanging right in there. Now at the midfield.
Optic's doing really good though, honestly.
To the corner, going for the 50. Illusion.
Like they're actually like looking good against Moist. I guess Moist isn't performing up to where they could be, but still.
And there it is indeed. Optic Gaming are on the board.
And that is the best look that Optic have had, and this great composure here, playing this one off the back wall. You see players rotating out, but Mist finally coming through that third man to
go Optic.
That's the piece that Optic's been missing. They finally put a decent shot on target.
And it looks like Joyo even might have gotten clipped there as well. Illusion, great job not only taking that ball to the corner and getting a chance out to the mid, but hold on a second.
Doesn't matter.
Gonna get cleared off the backboard.
Does not matter. Let's see.
And that one's
They probably just went to the same. Yeah, G2 obviously won that.
Routine clear, and Drees, he was a little late to it off the backboard, tried to catch it with the flip, and just didn't get there in time, didn't time it properly, and quickly the lead relinquished here from Optic.
Man, I'd love to get another look at that to see it. You know, could somebody else have gone for that? That was in net. Drees late to that ball, making it an awkward play. Now another rebound out. The redirect on the goal line. It hits off the post and goes out. Almost another goal right off the kickoff for Moist, and still shots coming in.
And those are good looks from Moist. Optic, though, the defense, it's been pretty solid here. Although it did get a little mixed up. Now Drees off the back wall. Lucian's going to take out.
Could have been something.
Back, rather. It's Moist. I don't know if they're going to get this read. That's another miss. It's Joyo this time. Defensively, Moist not getting the reads on Optic. Drees wanted to pass over to Mist. It's not going to happen, and Moist do get out.
Yeah, Moist not playing where they did in the winter.
I mean, yeah. Still
They could be playing so much better.
Touch on it. You're seeing Optic Gaming set up. Vatira first to the ball. Rise, nice pass down. Saw Optic setting up to block out the midfield ball, but Vatira perfectly positioned. A nice pass coming through. Rise will pummel it in. Optic just had to watch. What can you do with this ball behind you on the goal line?
And this is so tough for Illusion. You have to let it go. There's no way to cut that one back.
All right, we're gonna look at the drops real quick.
Get behind it on the far side, and of course Moist again
or not
crashing the net and giving Illusion no choice.
Moist fighting back and taking the lead. The pop up over Illusion. Vatira getting the bump, and
what is this?
Rise will finish the job. Acrobatics in the air, getting physical. Vatira can do it all.
And if you see
Rizzo has drops on.
Every time Vatira takes the sky, and really it's all three of them, but this time Vatira
3-1.
bumps someone out of the way. You just can't give Moist that much space, that much time to decide what they want to do behind the ball. Optic paying the price on that decision.
Vatira, world-class player, and a sensational start to the London Major, opening things up with that flip reset goal. And now the physical play, getting the pass down to Rise. Great start for Vatira. We'll see if Moist can keep it going. On the attack now. The backboard has been relatively open for business. You see another bounce coming out. Two go for it for Optic. Moist smell blood in the water here on Aquadome.
And unfortunately, that demo might open things up. And Vatira just waiting for Drees to give it up, but he pokes it by. And Joyo there to save the day and stop the dribble. No one connecting here in the Moist corner. Here comes some space for Rise. Just tried to break it up. Optic again, very passive, letting this one come to the midfield, and players not really getting the perfect challenge on it. And Moist will take the space.
Illusion hoping Drees can get there in time, but Moist seems to be a step ahead. Missed up to Illusion. Illusion looking for a teammate. We have seen some good give and go moments from Optic Gaming.
Too predictable there from Drees. You could see, I mean, I could even see it when he was playing behind the ball. It's straight into Moist, and when you talked about how Optic couldn't find themselves out of their own side, it's because Moist, the challenge game, they know exactly where Optic's going to go with it.
Oh, the must.
What a flip reset.
He had it. Oh, baby, that was close. Moist going for clips.
They've already hit a couple here. Joyo again wants another flip reset. Vatira will wait for the clear. It's handed to him. Unfortunately, can't find his teammates. Optic trying to hang on here in the final 10 seconds, but they're going to need a miracle in game 2. In a game where they did lead at one point. One last clear here for Drees, and it's downfield. Alushin might have a second touch. Follow up
Alright,
there.
2-0 series. Could there be a reverse sweep by Optic?
Yeah, and why not go for a pinch goal? Almost scoring off of it. The backboard pinch pass. But Moist, like you said, Corelli, they gave up that first goal, but then boom, 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 answering back Vatira, another stellar game. That bump setting up Rise, that's really when things started to go back.
I thought this could have been closer. Like, what was my overall, like, legitimate bracket?
Attempt game 1, it didn't work out. This time it did. We saw the passing plays from Optic in the final third start to show promise, but really we're seeing Moist locked.
Okay, what did I say this was going?
So well, and you had mentioned it, the predictable.
I said this was going
not only
3-1.
on offense, but also defensively, trying to go for those clears.
Yep.
Moist has them red at the moment.
And that was the best look you
Yeah.
saw in the replay there from Optic, and it actually felt like they were getting into this series and getting into game 2, and then it just started to fall apart. Of course, Moist mechanics really took over as well. The bump air dribble there from Vatira and the pass down. Moist there, you can see Rise 7 shots, and he's averaging 3.39 per game in Europe. Getting 7 here, over double of what he gets, and that's exactly what you would expect from a guy like Rise.
And some people will tell you, quality over quantity, Corelli, but no matter what, it seems like those players on Moist, if they're taking the shots, it's almost always going to be quality.
Well,
the quality they bring is spectacular, so you give them 7 shots.
Right.
So can they get a game?
And that's what Joyo and Vatira really do well.
See.
Is they enable Rise to take high-quality shots.
Let's see if more of those high-quality shots can come to fruition. That backboard shut down by Drees. We've seen a lot of backboard bounces come back. Optic's backboard, and generally that means you're out of boost, you're in tough positions on defense. See if they can shut that down. Optic need to bounce back, or they'll find themselves in the lower bracket.
Again, some weird gaps on the Moist side defensively. I mean, they've been playing a perfect series, really, this entire time, but it seems like every once in a while you see an Optic player who pulls out the ball and is sitting in midfield, and luckily every single time they don't have boost. But Moist are certainly giving up some space to Optic, and they've been able to take somewhat of an advantage. But still Moist, very much in control. Another shot here. It was wide, but Alushin will clear it across his own net. Missed downfield, and the follow-up's there from Alushin. Can he race back to the post? It'll be Vatira to clear it away.
From that camera angle, Corelli, it looked like the net was open, and you saw the shot. Looked like it was going lower corner, but didn't have enough heat on it.
He quite literally came across the entire screen to make that save. And we stay scoreless.
Pinch out.
I wouldn't mind seeing Optic make a lower bracket run. That would be actually pretty cool.
For Vatira. We'll take this back to the ground. Gets demoed, but it's a nice pass to Rise. Hard shot. Rebound for Joyo Alushin. We'll make sure Joyo doesn't get a piece of it. Now Drees over to Miss. Miss late to jump. Vatira beating him there. Can't get the double. But now Rise playing defense. The pass across. But Vatira, it looked like he demoed Alushin to make sure that that pass would not be scored.
Yeah, and I'm not sure Alushin even had a chance at it, but it was so quick across the net. There was no opportunity for Optic, and now Vatira will make the fake, and Moist up by 1.
What a fate.
I have to take another look at this one. The smoke screen, you're waiting, wondering what's going to happen. Vatira, the dirty mind.
Bro, I'm really hoping people are starting to clip this stuff, because, like,
sometimes you just gotta use
I need clips for the video today.
Vatira flexing it on the Optic goal line.
We'll get credit for this goal.
What happened?
But look at this.
Oh
on the
Dude, that is crazy, bro. How do I clip
After
something?
watching that, he might be right.
Clip. I'm gonna clip that. I can do stuff with the video today.
And Vatira flexing it on the Optic goal line. And somehow Moist saved that, by the way. They saved that.
That was Alushin's goal. So great pass there for Mist. And we're all tied up. Optic making it a game in game 3.
And again, I mean, we've seen Optic have multiple chances here.
Crazy,
Unlike Moist on the score, another
Alu,
set, and it's
double
dangerous
tap,
here.
I
Tangled
guess,
up
I don't know.
our Optic.
I'm sorry, guys.
Still here from Moist.
I gotta
Another
clip
shot
this,
from
though.
Joyo. That one plays perfectly. 2-1
Guys.
Moist.
No matter what Optic does, it seems like Moist comes back swinging. Even though it was a team bump, Joyo just backflips right into position. And
I don't know. We'll figure it out in a minute. Anyways.
That one was hit into Rise. It just ricocheted off Rise towards Joyo, and you know, hedging against how that.
I'm not even sure if I can do that right.
Joyo in the right spot at the right time. And now Optic again find themselves down by 1. That's a great pass down. Mist couldn't get there in time. Seen a couple good combinations coming out from Optic. Still haven't been able to hold on to a lead. In fact, only had 1 lead so far. They've been playing from behind most of the
Bro, that
series.
sucks. That Alu double tap.
Inbound, Drees shot on target, and Moist can't make the save.
And it's another double tap.
They're keeping it close, though. To be number 1 5th seed. I mean, number 5th seed. I don't know what I'm talking about. Being 5th seed would have been A. They're doing pretty good to keep up with the former first
seed. We're starting to see promise from Optic Gaming. We've got less than half the game left to go. Optic will have to get 1 more. Otherwise,
Alright,
we're going to overtime.
let's see how Gaming Gladiators is doing.
Optic, but it might be Joyo standing in their way.
Not good enough, apparently.
On the goal line, still dangerous here. Moist. Really throwing Optic into the blender a couple of these times, just getting extra touches that the defense not expecting.
Oh well.
It's a high bounce. Nice ball for Joyo, instantly going for the flip reset. And Joyo almost getting back to it. I don't think he was expecting Mist to not make contact, and now Vatira cleans it up. What even happened on that play?
I'm kind of sitting here shaking my head, wondering what happened as well. That one came off the crossbar, and of course Joyo made it very awkward because he came so far off the ball. The defense, I think, were kind of shocked that he got back to it. But then no one was able to follow it up off the backboard.
And you have to make contact on that. The backboard cannot be that open. Optic has been weak in that space, letting the backboard bounces come through.
It's weird hearing the name Optic instead of Envy.
Moist able to take the lead right back. We'll see if Optic can fight back to tie it up once more.
Vatira. And the follow there from Rise, he almost got it back to Joyo as well. And might be missed here. Unfortunately, Moist stands in his way. Vatira options to his right, pass to Rise, wants to go, and the near post shot is saved by Mist.
Good defense from Mist, and it was tricky because you saw Rise hesitate on that shot. It was smart, able to get some space, but the defense there, but that time the defense not able to rise to the occasion.
Looking better, getting warmed up.
And again, it's another kind of question mark here for Optic. You see Misty kind of went up the sidewall and then wanted to follow up, but couldn't get back to it.
They're still not looking like they're peak forms, but
and receive a pass like that.
We've seen a lot of Moist players just
they're still pretty good.
In front of net, on the goal line, in front of the box. Some positioning that they make work.
Okay, I like the kickoff there from Optic. Got the demo behind the ball, and then the follow-up was there, but unfortunately, no quality shot came of it. Flip reset here from Alushin. Still fighting, and it could be missed. He fakes it, follow-ups there, but the save again.
I don't know how that ain't going.
Somehow Moist clutch on their own goal line, still trying to win tackle.
Oh, whoa.
But push back to his own side.
And you feel like for Optic to have a chance, that had to go in. And now, forced to play defense, less than 30 seconds left to go. Will we see Optic get 1 more and put this within the realm of possibility? And Corelli, that play, we'll have to take another look at that on the replays, but that looked like it was very scoreable.
At that one, you had to score. If you're Optic, if you wanted to make the comeback, feels like Moist are just going to shut them down, close them out. And with 5 seconds left, Optic has to score some time left in the clock. It's not going to happen. Maybe 1 more for the road.
Nope.
Another save. It's cleared down, and Moist will
Of course.
3-0 Optic in our opening match.
Moist, what a way to start out.
Well, looks like we have 2 3-0s to start it out.
Beautiful flip reset from Vatira.
Looks like stream broke again.
Strong
Come on.
and I think this is the scoreline that many expected. You saw the shades. Joyo putting on the shades, Corelli.
Easy, he's saying. Easy, easy. And for him, I mean, this is the expectation.
Dude, I wish Gaming Gladiators was able to do something more against G2. It's unfortunate their first game was against G2 of all people.
I just want to say I don't think that was the worst series from Optic. I think they actually played Moist pretty well. They got a little scrambled defensively, and
But
that's
whatever.
what Moist does to all their teams, right? They crash that net. The offensive
What's your
power
question?
that you see, just making opportunities come from nowhere. That's the power of Moist. That's what they've brought to the Spring Major.
Certainly. And talk about out of nowhere. I just keep going back to that first goal. It was such an amazing goal in a one-goal game. Optic, though, kept it close. They kept it close. Very difficult first-round matchup with Moist, but now Optic will have to make a run in the lower bracket as we take a look at the highlights from this last game. That mind game from Vatira, even getting a chuckle out of it.
And look at this shot from Mist, and probably, my goodness, that one might be one of the best shots we're going to see this tournament with the angle that he found. That was the last goal that.
My crush.
Back to their feet, a pass to the midfield. LCT, the shot
Gotta be Joyo.
Maybe could have snuck under the crossbar, but not for JNat. Again, the pass immediately down to the counter attack. It is such fast play right now. Gladiators are staying with the pace, but the differential is just not in their favor. They need to find something different, and they haven't been able to all series long.
At the start of this game, I mean, the pace, it was posting along, and then all of a sudden, Gladiators realized that they need to make something happen.
Nah, definitely not Aiden. What's up? We have 4 people in here, so what's up, everyone?
Who is that save is going to be
How's it going? Right now we're watching B stream. This is the final game of first round. A stream, it was 3-0 for Moist. It was pretty much expected. So yeah, and then G2 just now 3-0 Gaming Gladiators, unfortunately. I wish this would be the upset I want the most.
First test, and they passed with flying colors. MVP in that last game for Atomic.
Okay, first round is done.
Go on to play the winner of Furia and Carmine Corp in the upper quarter finals. Of course, the Gladiators, they will play the loser of that matchup in the lower round 1. That'll be tomorrow, I would think. And honestly, there were signs, but they need to convert those signs and those glimpses, those flash in the pans, into a more consistent showing. And you know, they're learning that. They're learning that in these series. It's their first exposure to teams of this astronomical caliber, and they were going to be the fastest learning team at this tournament because of that.
Yeah, the thing is that
Well, Space is going to Worlds. That's cool.
Ready for what G2 had to offer, but in that game 3, I mean, as we stated, the pace had slowed down. It seemed like Gladiators were starting to get a little bit more comfortable, and I mean, as I stated, I wanted to see them try to find something.
Nah, it's not Aiden.
Lower bracket, which I'm pretty sure they're
Of course not.
tomorrow.
Never be Aiden.
You know, if they're able to really.
Hey, can I say? Can I save this?
For this goal.
G2 were tight. So coming in,
But look at this spot. I mean,
Ow, that's loud. Wait, I need to get this video.
I mean, they understand that this is a great warm-up. As you said, there is no better warm-up than
I don't want to share. I want to.
Team like G2 in round 1, because now every team that you're facing down low, is not gonna be on G2's caliber anytime soon.
Yeah, 24 hours to put in the work and buck up their ideas. I'm excited to see the Gladiators in action next. Of course, we see G2 in action again later today.
Oh, that wasn't even the alloy double tap. It was a missed double tap.
Our next series on this stream will be another round 1 matchup. It'll be the European 1 seed team BDS going up against
I should probably rename it.
The all Brazilian roster from South America. We'll head to a quick break and we'll see you for that one.
Who are you? Probably Aiden. Oh, that's so crazy. Anyways, that was a bad thing. I hope no one watches that. Literally nothing's happened so far. Everyone cares about Rocket League. Everyone cares. That's why I had more views on my last video than in my subscriber count. That's the most depressing part. But that's okay. Everyone cares about Rocket League. Of course, L fans. only true fans would care about my content. So, yep. What does T1 mean, bro? Where's my... Right there. Alright. That's it. That was first round. 2 3-0s. Pretty depressing. That's okay, though. It's okay, because look. Just look, now we're going to go look at our YouTube channel. See that we have 306 views and only have 282 subscribers. I don't know how that works. Heck, y'all missed the old Clausy. I have no idea who you are. I really don't care. Oh, isn't this so crazy, guys? What about Rlcs? Do they have clips? What is this? I don't know. When should we play scrims together? Bro, can I not download a clip? I can save as? What am I doing, homie? Oh, no. Because it's dumb. Yeah. It's dumb. Wanna go play scrims together? Oh man, I had no idea. I'm actually gonna download a clip, bro. I don't know how to do that. I'll figure it out. I think I'm gonna make a video today. Recap video! Aren't we all so ready for that recap video? Recap! Oh my god. Recap video, bro. Alright. There's a bunch of ads. So we're just not gonna watch that for right now. Let's see. Oh my god, look at this. Space station are going to Worlds. Crazy, bro. Aren't we so happy for Space Station, guys? Facts. Wait, is the whatever thing? The Rocket League? We all love Space Station. You got a skin? That's cool. But I don't think really anyone... Bro, this was so bad. This looks terrible. I just wanna... Oh. That's cool. I guess. Whatever. Sick. Dope. Epic. So cool, right? Guys, isn't that just so cool? Alright, let's turn on the... Alright, homie. We gotta load up Rocket League real quick. We gotta see if there's any challenges to do, guys. Challenges! There's a Fortnite update? We never play anymore? No, we don't. Facts, we do. Wait on me. Let's see. No, there's nothing. Well, isn't that interesting now? So I guess it's just you just do stuff in Fall Guys and you get it. Should we check? Dude, I'm sorry. Whenever this opens, y'all are gonna get majorly irritated on me, and it's unbelievable. Why Fall Guys is this loud on startup? Well, the best playlist is obviously Rocket League, whatever this is, stream music, I guess. Guys, look at this Fall Guys lit up, taking 16.5 years. Bro, I'm sorry, this is gonna be loud. Dude, holy crap, bro. Why is this so loud? Oh my god, dude. Crown Clash, let's look at it. Where do I go? Where's the Rocket League and Fortnite stuff? What is this stuff? Daily? Oh, look at that. Beach ball. Oh. Oh. Play 100 rounds in any show? Don't love that sound. Okay. And now, on a Rocket League watch party live stream, we're gonna load up Fortnite. Because we got... Oh, it's updating, never mind. Alright, 1 minute, and then we get game 2! What's game 2 for the... BDS secret? I feel like this could be an upset. I want an upset right here. I feel like this is an expected Fury, though. But we'll see. So far, guys, my predictions have been right. Just want to say that my predictions have so far been right. So, that's pretty cool. Everyone hated on my predictions. So we'll have to see. We have another viewer. What's up? How's it going? So, yeah, as I said, stream starting back now. That's so dope, epic, and cool.
Already one match concluded here for the Rocket League Championship Series Spring.
5 people. Never mind. What's up? How is everyone going? How's everyone doing? Hope you enjoy the Rlcs Spring Major. So cool, right? Everyone loves the Spring Major.
Welcome back here. We have kicked all the Europeans off. Except for one.
So,
I got to stay.
yeah.
You get to stay because talk to me about your team here and how things went.
So I picked out Optic Gaming in the pre-show, which I was incredibly excited about, so much so that I revealed it upside down, not realizing the logo. But I had to back them. I didn't want to back them, but I had to back them.
You want to now?
And now they're in that lower bracket, so I'm going to be following them through the lower bracket,
All right.
cheering them on every step of the way. They did get a really nice shot, though. That
They
one
did.
off the
Yeah,
corner,
they
that
did.
was...
Also,
that
guys,
was
anyone want to
like
comment?
One
Like,
shot,
please
one shot in the series.
Moist
give me
always
something to
looks so
talk
good.
to.
They always look so good. I don't know how they keep looking this mechanical every single time.
I just love that they look mechanical from the very start. This is the first series of LAN, and
First
you think back to
goal.
4 years ago, these aren't any of the goals that are being scored.
But they did say they finally started putting in the hours.
Uh-huh.
Quote, not like the first two regionals.
Hey,
So-
you know, they did so well at the major. They're like, we can take a little vacation here,
Yeah.
and then they show up and they win regional 3.
I was looking at Joyo as well, because he was the one who started Winterland really rough.
Yeah, imagine saying the first goal of the London Major is going to be a pre-jump interception, sealing self-pass into flip reset
Watch this one,
over
though.
the final defender. And then this from Joyo. They just do so much that we've never seen before.
Everyone's
every
leaving.
single time they play.
Okay,
If you want to watch
that's
good
fine.
Rocket League, watch Moist.
Fine.
Watch. Well, you're gonna get to watch them a lot here at the
Try,
major. I'm
yeah.
excited for it now.
I am.
You all on the desk chose
Okay.
chose a team. That we're gonna keep that going through. So all the teams are selected by somebody here. So since you already have one, Greg.
Yeah, we got them fanned out here.
I'm gonna grab.
By the way,
this one.
Wave, they look beautiful. You've done an amazing job.
Thank you. Let's see. Do I have the right side up? I do.
Oh,
I have the Army Corps.
there you go.
Oh, there you go. They're going to be playing up next.
I
right?
forgot to fill this one in, but it's okay.
Yeah,
We
we
know what it
drew
looks
them all.
like.
It's beautiful.
All right, Gibbs, your turn.
It's a lot of pressure. I did see the bottom one. I'm not going to pick it, though, because I know who
Okay.
it
Yeah,
is.
he knows what it is.
Wow.
He knows what it is.
I'm going to shuffle them over here.
Secret.
There
Hey,
you go.
secret. All right.
All right.
Well done. And now we can pass the cards down.
Yeah, do you want to pass them along and fan them out? I have shuffled them so you can't get the bottom one now.
That one, I suppose.
All right.
Okay. Oh.
That is so fitting. You're not cheering for anyone.
So that's Furia because it's a card.
It's a card.
It's just a card.
Is that really?
That's Furia. Yes, that's
Oh,
absolutely Furia.
Okay.
I couldn't be bothered to draw their
With the
logo.
puns and
I've been
alphabet,
had.
yummy. All right.
I've been had. All right.
Thanks, Daddy.
So me and you are all South American.
There we go.
All right.
Who have you got?
Let's see.
Of course. Who rigged this? Who rigged this?
Biased anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Anyone who's going the long way from OC is definitely KCP.
What are your plans for next year?
Just write Fury on this
To
card.
be better than this year?
We could just so we don't forget what it is.
Because we'll lose
but
it. Yeah, we'll lose it.
Pretty obviously.
Theirs was the most difficult.
Be better than this year.
So
Better my plans.
we have them all. It's a wonderful logo. Not
And to be a
completely
full-time content creator, of course, you know.
I appreciate that so much. But first match already done. I mean, we got a lot of thoughts from the others about being here in London. It's been so much fun. Let's take a look at the bracket so far. One match done.
Well, two.
Double
two
plans,
matches
of course.
done. Excuse me. There is a B stream match going on. We didn't even talk about it yet. G2 Esports quickly taking care of the Gladiators here in the upper bracket, so they will advance to the quarterfinals. Moist also moving forward, waiting the results of V1 versus Endpoint here, Gibbs.
Yeah, Moist, that was a big win because a lot of people are looking at that quadrant. It's all NA in Europe, so that lower bracket is going to be incredibly tough as well. So Optic will face either V1 or...
Wait, this whole thing doesn't make sense.
Made it look easy. Last time around Winter Major, they started...
Why didn't they just...
slow
These
in
are all
the
going to be A
stage, and then they had to
streams,
make that
and these
beautiful
all
lower
B
bracket
streams.
run.
Why didn't they
They
just
don't
do
wanna
that?
again, Yummy.
Wouldn't them just...
Also
Easy
such
and
a
they just
tough
went down the path?
quarterfinals. Up in that other side, you got G2 and Moist, the two previous grand finalists. So I'm not looking forward to being
Kind of
anyone on
dumb,
that side.
but whatever.
Say that those quarterfinals are probably the two series today that have a lot of impact potentially going forward. Where Fury, K-Corp, and V1 Endpoint. So it's a very good point because they have a lot of upset potential and they're kind of right there in the middle of the pack and they can really divide a lot of teams.
And some questions to the start of those ones, so that'll be interesting.
Well, we're going to stay on the top side of the bracket here as we move forward. Furia going to be taking on K-Corp next. These will give us a match for who is going to be facing off against G2 in the quarterfinals.
A lot of fans here, K-Corp.
Of course.
We've seen those ratios on Twitter.
Furia,
There's
K-Corp.
a lot of K-Corp fans
Next.
out there, but Furia, South America's hope. They did it last time Winter Major. They broke through that top 8. Finally, they made a top 6 finish, and they're expected to do even more now at Chiefs.
I actually like Fury. I'm glad I pulled the Fury card because I was very impressed with how they played out in LA, and I was totally on board with them taking this one over K-Corp. I know a lot of people may be thinking, I don't know, but I really do think Fury has a very strong chance here because I think they have just enough to really go out there and fight through Astral and all that speed on the defensive half. And
You've
really
got
pressure.
Yanks. Yanks is a top 10 player in the world. No, none of you can argue that.
I'm not arguing it.
Yeah, good.
Well, I'm happy that I drew the Carmine Corp card because this team is fiery. This team is ready to be here. They're excited to have finally made it to lane.
Nah, they're going to lose to Furia.
My name is Astro and I'm playing for Carmine Corp.
My name is Distro.
It's amazing. Means we made the major. I missed the 2 first ones, so it hurts a lot. But hope to have some time to visit the place because didn't have some. But yeah. We hope to achieve a lot. First of all, we hope to achieve Worlds. That's the first target, but of course the win.
Of course, you get that world spot.
I think I'm known for being the one that clutched the most, and I think this is more of my role experience and clutches in the moments we had. I think before going to the match, we just rest a little bit before, like calm down, chill, and I think it should work. Also the confidence and not being nervous if we go on stage is gonna be a big part of the team, and yeah, that's for me the main reasons to achieve the goals. A little message for my haters: I'm here, you're not, and yeah, that's
Oh, that's great. Yep, I love that. I love that.
You know, I remember talking
I'm just saying that now.
Panda after season 7
To every hater out there, I'm here and you're not.
for your team. He's like, well, we've got this guy named he's incredible. We're excited to draft him here. Now, Gregan, he's here as a veteran who's been around the block many times.
Yeah, he's here and you're not. That's right. He was one of those players I remember back playing six-mans way before he became a pro, and everything about his gameplay screamed he's a future star. He was one of those early mechanical superstars that just needed to learn how to play in threes, play under pressure, gain all that experience, and now he's one of the most experienced players here and remains one of the more mechanical ones.
I'm so happy he gets this chance, but I'm also so happy for Nolly. I feel like he's always been such an underrated player on his come-up. And Itachi, in the online era, Giants should have been at LAN. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. He finally gets that chance.
There he is, Itachi, the first African player to play at a LAN, representing from Morocco. French-speaking player, always part of that French-speaking community, took that plunge by moving over to the European region so he could compete on the biggest stage, and here he is at the biggest stage.
So there's no lies. It's been a tough season for them. You know, they were expected to be a top 5 European team. That they won We Play like right before the whole year began, and everyone's like, all right, top 3 Europe team, easy. Didn't make it to fall. Then didn't make it to winter. Nolly's here now, and like they're here in spring, and they're practically just one win away from a world championship spot. Very likely, if they win, they could get into the top of EU, and as long as EU gets 3 teams in that main event, they will clinch worlds, which is very, very likely to happen. So they need 1 match win.
Very
between
likely
2.
that they win 1 match.
They just need 1.
I don't know.
They clinch a world championship.
I don't know. I think it's quite possible here that you fall down lower bracket early.
They have gladiators in the lower bracket.
They do have gladiators and lowers though, so it's like it's very, very possible. But they want to do it here. They want to stay in that upper bracket.
Nolly's done so much for this team as well. I actually think pushing Astral back a little bit more, like he was on the old Dignitas, gives him so much more room to make plays. And Nolly's just going for the ball and making a lot of plays. So he's been a huge breath of fresh air.
These players, I see them as the superstar players who historically had to carry their team. Now they've got full trust in their teammates, and they can all pop off together.
Well, on the other side of this field is going to be Team Furia. They turned all question marks into exclamation points in Los Angeles. Let's get to meet them.
Meu nome é Gabriel, mais conhecido como Card, e eu jogo pela FURIA. País que eu sempre quis tanto conhecer, que é a Inglaterra, e a gente veio aqui pra fazer acontecer. Tentar melhor que o último Major. Nossa meta. A gente vem se preparando no Major com muito trabalho, muita dedicação, e eu acho que isso vai ser compensado sim.
Let's go, Furia!
Com certeza, eu não saí do meu país pra perder não, vim aqui pra amassar. No último mês todo mundo viu, a gente surpreendeu muita gente, nosso resultado. E pode ter certeza que nesse a gente vê o trabalho em dobro, voltar muito mais forte. O pessoal pode esperar muita mecânica, muitos gols bonitos. A gente vai fazer bem isso mesmo. Vamos pra cima, Brasil! Vamos aqui fazer
Brasil!
Bora!
Let's go, Brazil!
Yeah, I'm never going to forget the energy of this team, the throne headsets as they established their dominance in Los Angeles. And had they not run into Team Queso, I think they might have gone the whole way.
Ganks broke his controller in the middle of regionals, or just on the win in a Game 7. He's excited not just at the majors, but also throughout.
And not only that, but they had a group with Energy and Endpoint, and they had to beat Endpoint twice as well. So Furia really deserved that top 5 finish, and now we're going to see him here again. They want to do more. They finally eclipsed that top 8 run, but now it's about going further and getting one extra spot for Sam to go to the World Championship.
And no Renegades to stop them. They've got the free run.
No, no OC in their way, right?
There we go.
That's kind of the part of it, right? Because you said with the video and card, he's like, we're going to have a lot of mechanics, a lot of goals, and that's kind of the thing. I know there's a decent amount of capability over on that K-Corp thing, and I'm worried about the stability over there, because it doesn't take too much to break them sometimes.
Yeah, going into the LA Major, the European teams were less mechanical, North America mechanical, Furia coming mechanical. Now you've got K-Corp, Liquid, and Moist representing Europe, as well as BDS, who don't seem mechanical, but they've got all those fundamentals down. So being mechanical is no longer that standout factor that can win you series. You now have to be consistent, you have to be patient, you have to be able to perform under pressure.
And they've had to work at this so hard. They've been going here all the way since Rlcs Season 8, and it's taken all the way to the last major for them to settle in those land nerves. Whether for Carmine Corp, they don't have that same advantage.
And they just have a legacy. We see Yanks, top 10 player in the world, according to Yummy over there, and I can't disagree. Then you got King Card, and then you got the great one, Kaio. So it's like all 3 players, everyone knows how good they are. They always show up in scrims before every single major or world championship, but they didn't show it on stage until that winter major. And now I feel like all that pressure's off, and now they can play their game.
Well, I wonder, Gregan, for a team like this who has struggled with respect in general from the rest of the scene in LA, absolutely earned it. Now as they come in here to London, we know that every team is going to be respecting them. Does that make their job more difficult?
I think so. I think against many opponents here, they would find that be a challenge. But I think against Carmine Corp are only thinking about themselves right now. They've got all of their own demons to face. They need to get that match win to be able to move up in the seedings for Europe. They're going to be thinking about playing on LAN. They're thinking about all sorts of other things. Furia right now just have to go out there and play their game plan. And I think that might be enough to beat K-Corp. Otherwise, they've just got to hope that K-Corp don't pop off, because we know they've got such a variation in their performing ability.
But then absolutely, like I think we talk about respect. I think that's more to the casual fan, because every pro is always like, watch out for Furia. They don't show up in the tournament, but they all know that they can be so dangerous. So I think K-Corp knows that going into this match. There's no easy games here. So it's going to it's going to be brutal. It's going to come down to a game 5, bro.
The best part about LAN, you win, you get to play against more difficult teams. Let's get into predictions. Let's talk about who we think is going to take this one down. Chat, make sure you're getting your votes in as well. Hashtag KC, hashtag FUR for which team you think is going to be taking the win here. I'll start on the end with Yummy. K-Corp, Furia, who you got?
Oh, you know the boys. The boys have to do it. Furia are going to go and win it, and they're going to do it comfortably. They're also, at this LAN, they're also going to secure Sam a 3rd spot and an invite.
All right.
Okay.
All
right.
I pulled the blank Furia card.
There you go.
I was going to pick him anyway, so that works out great for me, so I'm happy with it. But yeah, I don't know if it's going to be comfortable, but I like the confidence.
Yeah.
And since they're my team, I probably should say it's going to be comfortable too.
Yeah, big ups.
So I think it's a coin flip here, but I talked to Ashel. He won't say a lot of words, but he came over to me for one specific thing. He's like, make sure you pick Furia here. So, Astral, for you, Furia is going to win it.
Which tells you who he thinks actually going to win
no,
here. But I'm not going to say anything.
Just saying 50-50, but he told me Furia, so I'm going Furia.
Hey, look, this is the first time I get to see my boy Nolly competing on LAN, and I think this is a chance for Carmine Corp to hit that momentum of enjoying playing together, playing on LAN together. I think this is a coin flip, like you said, a 50-50 I think it's probably leaning more towards Furia due to the experience. But if they're going to lose to Carmine Corp, I think now is the best chance for Carmine Corp to catch them off guard. Because Carmine Corp are at home, they're in Europe. So I think it's really important that Carmine Corp play well off the start, come out strong, and if that is the case, Furia might get thrown off.
Well, you know where we're at. So you're predicting.
I'm predicting Carmine Corp more to balance out the desk.
Don't curse the desk. Don't curse the desk.
Well, I drew the Carmine Corp card, so obviously I am supporting Carmine Corp in this one. But I will say this is, I think, the most nervous I am going to be all weekend about them. As long as they get the win here against Furia, I'm confident Carmine Corp can make a run through the entire bracket. This is as good of a test as any gives.
It's going to be tough because I think both these teams, if they catch anyone off guard, they can take them down.
All right,
so
what's happening on B stream?
You really just have to win
Nothing.
3 in a row.
Game hasn't even started.
You're in a great spot for a top 3 finish. So either of these teams, that could absolutely happen here.
I think also we should do a little shout out now because there's going to be a lot of viewers at home who might not realize there's also a French broadcast. I think it's really important to highlight that Carmine Corp fan base, a lot of them French speaking. And I was looking earlier, Rocket Baguettes, they've got Casio, Fairy Peak, and Ferra as special guests on their broadcast.
Why are you watching us?
Yeah, so like the French speakers, there's so much for you to enjoy today, and yeah.
Look,
it's awesome.
here's the other thing. I was talking with Noli in just in one of the lounges here yesterday. I think he was just talking with us, and I as a American who doesn't live outside of his bubble very much, did not realize how huge the Carmine Corp fan base is. He was talking about going to events where you got to meet the fans and stuff like that. He says also they're genuine fans of their team. In that, if Carmine Corp fans show up here and Carmine Corp gets knocked out, they're just going to leave. They're not here to watch the rest of Europe. They're here for Carmine Corp. So I'm very much rooting for Carmine Corp to make a deep run and bring their fan base.
This is very much France versus Brazil as well. Furia have a huge Brazilian fan base, and we all know that's a massive region in terms of population of viewers. So,
take that.
I'm happy about it.
Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have anywhere near as many Brazilians coming to watch, but
yeah,
it's a far trek.
Bit of an advantage there to the French.
No, I mean we do have our Brazilian champions here. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch this match get underway. They are currently working through some stuff down there on the field to get them ready to go. But I mean, we've talked about like the keys, the tournament wide stakes for this match here, Greg, and talking about the actual mechanics on the field. If you had to pick like a player versus player,
I'll be right back.
To watch between Carmine Corp and Furia, who would you pick?
Well, it's got to be Yanks as the player to watch. Furia. He's being supported by two experienced South American players, and he himself is that young player who's coming through, showing up in the game, looking like a one-player carry at times, but it is due to that structure he's able to do that. And I think on the other side, if you were to mirror that, I think it's got to be Astral. You know, like, I mean, all three players stand out in their own right, and they can pop off at any moment, but Astral is the one who has that ability to take three players out of the game with one sweep of mechanics.
Big opportunity to lead, too. He's got to lead. Because, like you were talking about, it's first time on land for a couple of them, and there's Astral with all the experience.
And he's a quiet dude. He's a quiet dude normally, but he's got to lead here. He's got to lead his team to a victory. Then they go up against G2. Like, whoever wins this, that's not a bad result here. Like, G2 obviously one seed, but they played APAC, who they're supposed to comfortably beat. So, like, if these guys get tested here, they bring that momentum into that G2 series. I could easily see whoever wins this taking down G2.
This is his chance to silence the haters that he talked about.
Exactly.
This is his chance. He gets a lot of flack for his, I don't know, past. I think he's a great guy, but his chance here, take a leadership role and be able to lead the team to victory.
Man, I'm just excited for us to get to the matchup here. I'm really excited. They're figuring something out. We'll get into the gameplay here in just a moment, but Furia and Carmine Corp, what a battle! And two different represented regions here. Facing off against G2 though, like, I mean, how does this help you for G2? Because obviously this does feel like the match of who gets to lose to G2. The one
well, they'll have to watch the series and see how both teams are playing. But for G2 again, they had a comfortable victory earlier, which I think actually hurts them going deeper into a bracket.
True.
Because if K Corp and Furia, they go to 5 games and really battle test each other, then they have a high pressure match. That's a big deal because you can bring that into a G2 series. When that goes to Game 5, if it does, who's going to have an advantage? Like a G2 who's been comfortable, like, or a K-Corp or a Furia that has really been tested. But this one's huge for the World Championship as well, because we talk about EU 3,
spots,
I think it was EU 4, sorry. And then, of course, with Furia, with Sam, they're tied right now for the very last spot. So this could matter a lot for that extra team for Europe or Sam, Yummy.
And there was also a new meta coming out in winter. It was the yell at each other meta happened before the crowd came in. And I think there's a massive advantage to Furia to that. They are very loud, they are very energetic, and might be able to take advantage of that.
Well, we told you what our predictions were. Chat, what did you predict? How is chat feeling about this one? We said it was pretty 50-50. Carmine Corp, though, we were talking about that French fan base here
they will
showing up in
anyone.
chat. They will, we saw it on Twitter earlier today, folks. The game is ready. Let's get over to the field, down into... We don't have a name for this place yet. We're going to figure it out during this matchup here. We got Carmine Corp and Furia battling it out. A best of 5 to face off against G2. What a prize waiting on the end of this one. How about it? Let's play some Rocket League.
Carmine Corp making their LAN debut here at the Copper Box, going against the international veterans in Furia Turtle.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's going to be a tough one for sure if you don't have the experience under your belt in this international setting, this environment. You're up against Furia. how are you not scared, Jorby? I mean, Furia, the #1 team out of the region, they look so dominant in every single series that they played coming in here. And of course, everybody remembers their previous performance in the Winter Major.
And then K-Corp picking up Nolly in the spring split and absolutely wowing people at times during those regionals, and they absolutely earned their spot here at the Copper Box. But it's all about how this first game goes for both of these teams. I feel like whoever grabs that early momentum, especially in a best of 5, it's going to be hard to wrench control from that team that wins that first game.
Oh, and it's going to be difficult too, because of course, a lot of mechanics on both sides. I think Furia tend to use their mechanics in unique ways, while you'll of course see flip resets and crazier things off the wall. I think most of the time it's the angles that Furia goes for. They can take a shot and nail it from almost any angle. It doesn't matter the distance, it doesn't matter the angle. They are going to find a way to put that ball in the back of the net, and for Karmine Corp, that's the biggest test for me. How do they defend on the goal line in those situations?
And there's no shortage of mechanics on the K-Corp side either. You have Astral, Itachi, Nolly even looking pretty mechanical out there during the spring split. So far, we're deadlocked as Yan tries to get that ball out in the corner. Now it's Card, but it's shaken off by Astral. They got a 2-on-1 the other way. It's put up high on the back wall. Still loose. K-Corp shot denied. Rebound good for Itachi.
Oh, and it's all about the speed here from Nolly. You can see how early he gets up to get the follow-up off the backboard, and then you've got somebody waiting, lurking, and it's Itachi to get the first goal here for K-Corp.
That was a tough one for Kaio. He had a really awkward look there on the post as he tried to get that ball out, and it was just really hard to try to control that ball out of the box.
And it's good for me, personally, when I'm looking at Karmine Corp, to see them on offense, finding that transition. And as I'm saying that, this one just rolls in from the kickoff.
They get it right back. A perfect kickoff as Yan got the cheat up and then completely beat the second defender, getting Furia the goal.
And it's such an awkward rotation. You don't expect to lose the kickoff that early and to have the possession that fast in the hands of Furia. That's a difficult one to swallow. And maybe another kickoff goal, but what is going on, Jorby?
Oh, Card's not over. Goal! Astral putting it in for K-Corp. Card levitating in front of the net, desperately trying to get it. That's a great recovery.
The recovery, though, to get the flip and still find a touch, but it just wasn't powerful enough. But you still want to applaud the effort out of Furia.
Back in the Winter Major, Furia was facing G2, and even against Queso, it was that physical game that they really had tough times contending with. On defense, they could rotate all day. They can make the goal line stops. They can be fast on defense, but then as soon as the game got physical, that's when things fell apart for Furia. K-Corp, they're not a demo-heavy team, but those little chips and bumps in front of the box could be enough to put Furia off their guard.
And maybe that was a part of their game plan or strategy coming in here. And K-Corp, you mentioned it, they're not a demo-heavy team. Statistically, they're on the lower side of Europe. So to see them come out here, an early attempt to go for demos, normally you see a team implement that strategy after a timeout, or they're already taking the loss or taking one game off at least, but an early sign of life from K-Corp.
And Furia, not a physical team themselves, even when they do get locked into that physical game, they typically don't respond with physicality. Right now, K-Corp hanging on to the lead as Yan tries to get that ball out. Follows Nolly perfectly, but a weak shot, and it's taken away to the corner.
You can see what Yan's going for as well on the follow-up. Doesn't connect. And it's all about this transition game, too. Karmine Corp do end up getting demoed off the play. There's still some space to work with for Kaio. And even more to dribble into the midfield, connecting. Maybe the follow-up off the backboard doesn't find it. But we got a back-and-forth game, Jorby.
Drops down onto the corner. Nolly's going to shuffle it back out. K-Corp
Astral
doing a great job on defense. Furia not biting too early as Kaio tries to get the ball out. But K-Corp are all over, and another bouncer to the corner.
And now, of course, looking at this team, Astral, he's in the best mental space I think he's ever been in for a team, at least for himself. He's so happy. You could hear in the interview, he's confident. He's also calm and collected, and he himself said that's the most important thing to get in this victory, Jorby.
Kyle launches it downfield. Card sees it, but it's taken away. A nice save by Itachi, but the corner boost stolen by Kaio. Another light shot taken away. Furia starting to heat up in the shot department, but the ball immediately taken away by K-Corp. And Yan picking up a demo on Nolly to try to stint that attack.
Let's see what Kaio has as he just throws this ball towards the other side. Nobody waiting on his own team to get a deflection or even a follow-up, which is unusual for Furia because they're so easy and quick to get on the other side. Like this here, for instance, you've got Yan all the way downfield, doesn't find a touch. And Karmine Corp are going to say thank you very much and go down the other side.
Good touch from Card, forcing K-Corp to try again from their own half. Astral underneath on the flip, but There's Yan again. And we're locked. It's not the game Furia want to be playing right now.
Not
They
at
need to
all.
find a way to generate more pressure on offense. K-Corp controlling the game well right now.
Ooh, just looks so awkward. And I was just about to talk about the midfield presence and how it was lacking, but that early touch from Yan led to a great possession and one of the best opportunities, but only a minute left, a bit under 50 seconds. This is their chance, their only time, maybe their last opportunity, but of course, gonna get cleared out.
Card got another stop. Not a lot of boost. Nice pass to Kaio. Shot denied. More pressure here from Furia. But Yan loses the ball. K-Corp shut it down again in midfield. As we approach the end of regulation, Furia have controlled the ball for the last, well, it feels like the last minute. But K-Corp have just slapped away every opportunity. Here's Yan again. Just stuffed it in the corner. Can they even get to the box? Can they get a quality opportunity? Every time they try to get in front, there's a blue car in the way.
Yeah, and it just feels like the quality of shots not there for Furia, which is a rare thing to say, but we'll talk about it after because there's still 5 seconds left. This is the time, the chance for Furia in the midfield, but it's saved from Itachi, and this ball's surely going to hit the ground. Karmine Corp take game 1.
Itachi, another big save. He had a couple big stops for K-Corp in that first game. And in that last about minute and a half, Furia had control, but like you said, the quality opportunities, they weren't coming. And the defense in the corners for K-Corp, excellent to hold on to the lead.
And that's such a weird statement to say for Furia because of one player in particular, and that's Kaio. This man at the Winter Major was the #1 accurate player, the #1 accurate striker. He was, I think, 33% here for shooting accuracy in the Winter Major. So to see him come out here and put a bit of some watered down shots, not too strong on the net, that's the only one that went in for them, and it was a snail of a shot, but it was right off the kickoff, and from then, I didn't see nothing worthwhile out of Furia.
And Itachi picking up the MVP for that one. You see him picking up the Savior medal as well.
Yes,
The few shots that they did have, Itachi was there to shut them down. And even Astral also integral, getting in the middle in the midfield.
Huge.
And forcing Furia to constantly have to battle from their own corners and go the length of the field. And it just hasn't worked out for them yet.
How do they respond now? Game number 2, I often think of Furia as a very momentum-based team, and they haven't even gotten started here. So, of course, you want to see them come out and be lights out within the first few seconds. It's going to need more than just a simple kickoff goal that rolls in the back of the net, and not to see them get one single quality shot that falls in. If you're a Furia fan, I'd be shaking right now.
And I think that first game is big for K-Corp.
Yeah,
just to piggyback off of you there. I mean, they lose game 1, and with the history of K-Corp, knowing that it might be difficult for them to get their head back in the game, but that game 1 win, that establishes some confidence. It's like, all right, we held a 1-goal lead, and we held off a lot of different types of looks that Furia gave us. We can definitely take this. And I don't think there was ever a question on K-Corp's side, whether or not they could.
Yeah, to be honest, too, coming into this game, I expected this to be in favor heavily of Furia just because of how many shots that they take in their own region, averaging the most amount of shots there from South America in the spring split. And then you see a team like Karmine Corp, who averages the second amount of shots against them. And here's another shot, almost fell in from Furia, still knocking on the door, unable to find an answer.
That was a good attempt on the pass from Card, and then just bang right off the bar. And then Kaio also getting back around the ball, getting underneath it, trying to keep possession. But then a couple of these misses. Yan, he's had a couple of those now. You went for an attempted redirect earlier in game 1, completely whiffed on that one. Here comes Nolly, and almost caught the entire defense out. A little awkward for Yan to get the carry out as K-Corp continue to press.
And I'm seeing some early turns from Karmine Corp in the midfield, and they still contain this possession. Nolly finally gets the one he was looking for.
That's a cheeky goal. Nolly puts his car tall here, hits it right under the carriage. So it just pops right into the top. No one's going to defend that.
And for me, it's all about that touch from Astral to get it into the midfield, hit that awkward spot on the top of the dome, have it fall down right in front of the net. Seems like there's no way Nolly's missing that. K-Corp strike first again.
Last time Furia responded quickly, right off the kickoff, and almost do it again. It's loose in front, and Itachi not wanting to put the ball in his own net. That had to have been tenuous for him as he approached his own box to keep it out.
At first, I thought he was going to be the one who actually put it in, but in the last few seconds, turned his car to the right, saved himself from a disaster. Nolly trying to create disaster on the offensive side, and he does just that.
The rotation kind of breaking down here. You see the high touch as Astral puts it down underneath, and the entire rotation just gone. Kaio having to dive back. He had no boost. Furia got caught out.
At first, I thought that touch from Nolly was a bit pointless, but looking back at the replay, you can see he got it away from the defender who was rotating back. Crucial there to keep possession and, of course, set up that shot. 2-0 for K-Corp. They are on fire. Everybody, or most of the desk, rather, not everybody. I don't know if we count Wave's prediction, given that he drew their card, predicted for Furia, and to see them come out here, they're not answering to this pressure.
K-Corp have looked real solid at the start of the series. May put it on match point early. Astral flipping this one up. He's got Yan beat. Another shot, another goal. K-Corp rolling in game 2.
You're outpacing them, and you're outshooting them. Furia, they're known for those two things, and yet Karmine Corp are still so dominant in those two aspects of this game. 3-0, 2:52 to go. We're just getting started.
K-Corp feeling confident on Aquadome. Ball kicks out on the kickoff, and Yan will try again. Almost got challenged, but he got the pass out the card, taken away.
Wow.
And that's been the problem for Furia. It doesn't really matter how creative they get. K-Corp have always found a way to get a car in the way, whether it's to block off the challenge, defend the shot. They've always been in the right spot. They've always made the correct touch.
And it's all about the early turns in the midfield that allows them to do that, just to get an interference, something to throw off Furia, and it's not letting them get comfortable. Furia, when they have possession, it's very shaky, it's very awkward, it's usually off a deflection, and here comes K-Corp with some more shots, barraging the net. This is just deadly stuff out of these three players.
I mean, they're typically speedier on defense, but they just can't.
Right,
They can't really get out of their own half. They're getting their boost stolen. They're saving a lot of these, but they can't get downfield.
Here we go.
Even
and he's met with a challenge.
But he hasn't been as clean mechanically as we've seen him in the past. I feel like Yan's just a little off in the series earlier on with those whiffs, and then a couple of his attempted carries out. K-Corp have completely stuffed this Furia the mechanics of Yan.
And we frequently will see somebody from Furia at least beat one defender on the offensive side, which is normal for them, but they can't even get past that first defender or force a better 50-50. They are stuck in their own half. Here comes Nolly again, taking the possession right off the car. He beats two players, and this is wasting so much time off the clock.
Furia look a gear slower now.
Oh my goodness, he's still going Astral.
He's not done, he's got the boost, and well, the 50 worked out. Card trying to punch it out. Yan also trying to get the ball out, but Nolly's there again. Drops it straight down, and it bounces off the bar. Nolly, he almost forced the own goal. Itachi trying to get in there, and another demo. But does it matter? Kaio trying to get the ball out. Another demo.
Goodness.
Card can't get there in time. He was slow.
Nolly.
Here's another shot. That's another goal. K-Corp dominant on Aquadome.
Absolutely destroying Furia on the offensive side, figuratively and literally taking out a player, then getting the follow-up shot. Nolly, he's doing work in game number 2, but it's a team effort. Everybody getting involved, Jorby.
Nolly definitely doing a lot of work in the third.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It has been brutal. Every time you think Furia are going to get a clear, Nolly's just jumping in front because he's got the boost. The boost control has been excellent on Aquadome, and K-Corp have just kept Furia pinched in their own half, and eventually Furia have just cracked each time.
Yeah.
But no goal here. That's got to be demoralizing.
Yeah.
For Furia.
And with 42 seconds left, you're down by 4 goals. You just try to get something, one for the road to start momentum early on. And meanwhile, we get everybody actually flopping at the ball. 2 players, I believe, went in for a whiff, but this is very, I'd say, on theme for K-Corp statistically speaking. I mean, everybody's pretty well-rounded here on this roster. You don't have one player in particular dominating the stats. Meanwhile, for Fury, it's usually Kaio. So to not see at least one player, and you mentioned Yan all the time, one player stepping up from Fury, it's unusual. But to see everybody from K-Corp battling it out as a team, that's on theme.
They look solid. And Furia, they got work to do, and if you're a Furia fan out there, there is probably one little hope that you have, and it's they went down early in the series against Team Queso, but then they ripped 3 games straight against them. So Furia can absolutely still go on a run, but they have to show us something that we haven't seen in the series
100%. There's something else I haven't seen, and that's been the screaming right now in the venue. I don't think it got picked up by the mic, but there's teams down there screaming left and right, getting loud. And meanwhile, on the Furia side, it's just crickets, silence, trying to figure out what they're doing wrong up against Karmine Corp.
It's tough. Kaio has been silent in the game. I do feel like Card has had a couple nice passes when they do get possession in front, but then the shot isn't good enough. And that's just, all of these things just snowball for Furia, and nothing's working out. Even right here, that one off the bar, Kaio did a great job to contain the ball, but then Furia were so late getting back into the rotation, just giving the ball back up to Furia.
Yeah.
K-Corp definitely feeling it right now.
They're relaxed, too. This is the main thing for Astral. We were talking about it throughout the entire split. Astral is the most comfortable we have ever seen him. He is the most happy mentally, which is huge. Coming from a player background, when you're feeling comfortable and happy to be around your teams on the stage, it doesn't matter the scoreline, it doesn't matter the series score, the game score, whatever's happening, as long as you're there and you're happy to be with those teammates in particular, nothing can throw you off.
I mean, how do you think Astral feels right now? I mean, you still got to win the series, but you know, he said in the video leading up to it, you know, to my haters, I'm here, you're not.
Exactly.
And it's got to feel great to be proving it right now. One more game to go for K-Corp to continue in the upper bracket and face G2.
Oh, yeah. Furia, though, they put some expectations on the line in their interview, saying that they're here to, of course, win the whole thing and make a deep run. K-Corp just happy to be here.
He said, Card said, you're going to see a lot of mechanics, you're going to see a lot of shots, but that's been K-Corp.
Yeah.
Just put off the backboard. The shot's going to come in. And again, the defensive rotation slow as Nolly puts in another goal.
And it seems mechanically off the backboard. You don't speed, or outpace, excuse me, Astral. You don't even get a touch. And then on the follow-up shot, you got two players rotating back to net. Neither of them can get a touch. The defense lacking for Furia.
You're an ex-pro, Turtle. How, in Furia's situation, how do you settle yourself down? When you just get scored on, you're down on match point, and you just haven't gotten any offense going. I mean, what do you do?
For me, it's all about the coach in this situation. I remember playing without a coach. It wasn't really introduced a major thing whenever I was coming up in the first few seasons. I wanted a coach, somebody to stabilize our mental, keep us happy. Furia, they have that. They have Mateo. He can provide a lot of support mentally, and with the communication, it's got to be happy. It's got to be positive, and they can get back in this game. They're a momentum-based team. Oftentimes, if you're looking at the series score for Furia winning in their region, they win 2-3 in a row on average. So for them, getting a reverse sweep, it's likely if they take this first game.
They got to get a goal first. Astral with the pitch and the demo goal! K-Corp on fire!
Oh my word, Astral, the ground pinch and the demo. This stalled enough time to let Nolly, I believe it was, get that bump. And, Astral getting the follow-up. This is just so much chaos on one screen.
6 unanswered, actually 7 unanswered goals for K-Corp over the last 3 games. They got Furia shut out in game 2. Itachi getting the clear out, and Astral continuing it. Not the start Furia have wanted in the copper box.
That's been literally every game for us, Jorby, for Furia. Not the start that they wanted. They were able to get a quick response, but it was off the kickoff, which just rolled in. How do you even feel like you truly earned that goal? I don't even think Furia themselves have gotten a goal that is substantial and really worth taking a note of. So they just need something, Jorby. Any kind of momentum, because they're letting in goals like this from Itachi.
I mean, this was a little shaded from K-Corp as well. You see Nolly approach only Yan, who has to watch where it's going, and Itachi was, I don't even think Yan saw Itachi behind the ball, because he stayed right behind it through the whole play. And I mean, oh my goodness. A lot of people were thinking this was going to be one of the matches of the day. And I mean, you were even hearing the desk talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, Achieve saying, I don't think you should be as confident, Yummy, because I think K-Corp are playing close. And, I mean, look at K-Corp. They're making mincemeat of Fury.
Absolutely. And they're doing it confidently, of course. I still didn't expect this. Everything that you see and notice about Furia, their performance, the fundamentals in their game plan, just isn't showing up here in this series, Jorby.
Well, I can give one little piece of hope as Astral puts in the 4th goal. Look, this one, it's getting ugly for Furia, but just for the South American fans out there, over on the B stream, Team Secret are playing BDS, and you know what? They're up 2-0.
Oh my, in a best
BDS,
of 5.
One of the tournament favorites in a best of 5.
What is going on?
They might send BDS to the lower bracket early.
My
So
word.
maybe if Furia goes down, Secret can be the heroes that South America need. Furia are in miracle territory at this point to score 4 straight when you haven't scored a single goal in the last 12 minutes of gameplay.
And they're trying to stay alive in the upper bracket. You get 2 chances here in London. Otherwise, you're getting kicked out. Well, not literally, but you know, of the tournament.
Not quite yet.
We'll see what happens here. For Furia, half the game to go. Plenty on the line. But we haven't seen any glimpses of hope, any chances for Furia And truly, I am surprised. This is not what I expected at all. Even with the K-Corp win, if you told me K-Corp were going to win this game, even a 3-0, I think, okay, well, we still probably saw some mechanics, some highlight plays from Furia. Right.
None
There's
of that.
none of that.
No. K-Corp absolutely showing up and maybe making a statement heading into the quarterfinal about how that G2 series might go. Because I'm sure that most people out there think G2 would beat either of these teams, but with how K-Corp look right now, so clean in the rotations, we're working so well as a unit, as you have said many times during the series.
Right.
K-Corp look dangerous.
With
Furia
the
are
demos.
not a bad team.
Right.
This team literally made top 6 at the Winter Major. They took Team Queso 7 games. The team that went to the grand finals and almost took out G2. And K-Corp are making them look silly.
Jorby, you're literally like one of the biggest fans for Furia, and you're just forced here to sit here and watch it, and you can't deny it, absolutely. And it's been the demos. To me, it's what you mentioned in Game 1 with the demos. Furia struggle against a team that likes to go for demos. Routinely, we don't see that out of K-Corp, but they adjusted in this series, and that's how you know they were prepared and prepped to go up against the Titans, I'd say, of South America, Furia.
It's been almost mistake-free Rocket League from K-Corp. Astral has been solid. Nolly has just been a nuisance. And another demo to respond. Astral gets the clear. It's a lob. It's a goal. How many can you put in the basket before it spills over?
A last-ditch effort to go for a demo there and hope that Kaio is in position. Even if the communication came out and Kaio knew the demo was going to happen, he wasn't in position early enough to get to that ball and find something, anything for Furia. 5-0. 47 seconds left. We've been talking about K-Corp.
Alright, chat, we're back. Furia's getting destroyed right now.
All K-Corp in the series.
I am so sorry. Alright, I'm back now. Yeah, I was definitely not expecting this.
And they can. I'm not going to sit here and say that, just to reset the mental, lower bracket.
I had Furia winning, but this is dominant from KC. Oh my god! Team Secret! 2-0 over BDS. Bro, what a surprising game we have had so far. If this goes the way it does, I'm not even mad. If Secret beat BDS, I'm not mad. Secret. Alright. We're gonna KC win this. Crazy from KC. Secret looks to be playing perfect. Secret going crazy right now.
Being like, we don't know which way it could be. It's going to be close. Everybody, no matter which way you were going, you're saying it was going to be close. Well, guess what? It wasn't close. It was dominant. K-Corp looked great.
And this is so huge for the mentality of the...
And there it is! Secret Math with the dunk!
It's their first time showing up at the
they take the lead!
The international Rlcs stage, and you win the first series. As a player, that just fills you up with confidence moving forward.
Wow, bro, this is crazy. What an insane first day. This is day 1. We have Furia, one of the teams that expected to go far in this tournament, already in lower bracket. We have BDS, one of the best teams in Europe, already going. This is unbelievable, homie. What a first day. I can't wait to do a recap video on this. This is going to be so fun.
This is great. This is great. Welcome to London, everybody.
I mean, but you were saying again, and as I'll look just for an update, Secret are up 2-1 in Game 3.
Oh my.
Dude, this is
we look at the highlights of
crazy.
Is not happy with these results and a miss there. That's going to be
a 4-1 lead for Team Secret.
Falling apart here.
What a crazy first day. BDS is not looking. Wow. We all expect them to go to finals. They're already in lower bracket. Unless they make a huge comeback in this game and reverse sweep.
Up by 3 in Game 3 as we cross halftime. And
this is
not playing for them. Surely they don't throw this.
Yeah. Granted, that was not an that's not an easy read to make. But still,
is this Leaf?
That was 2 off backboard now. That's cost the team.
Is this Leaf on?
Massive lead for Team Secret.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
I think a lot of people are in shock right now. Chat's going crazy. We're just in disbelief. Team Secret probably can't believe it at this point, but I feel like they're on autopilot to just keep doing what
this
they're
is
doing.
Unbelievable.
Keep going and don't even think about the team you're winning against right now.
Matt has so much respect from that shot from Extra. He pre-jumped it. Too much respect, and it ended up spinning Extra will get back.
No way, bro. There is no way this is happening right now.
Not scratch your eyes. This
Can they Brazil BDS?
I think this is done. Okay,
that's scary. Oh,
Leaf on B stream is kind of crazy though.
From what we've seen, I'm saying
I would have thought they would have been on A stream.
I think that's lower
but
bracket.
I guess not.
At this point. How often have we seen a 5-goal comeback?
It's the way it has to be. It's sad. Actually not going to make it 6 on what was probably Secret's best chance all game. Hopefully that won't come back to bite him. But if you're going to upset and topple a Titan like BDS, the best way to do it as a player will always be in a sweep leaf. They haven't let BDS get into their first year. They've been stuck in
6-1 Secret against BDS.
long, and now they're
What are they trying to get the? They trying to be queso now?
on the Frenchman. Oh my god.
Get the lower bracket running their life.
I'm now very confident, and I'm very curious if we're going to end up seeing a Brazil here against Team BDS.
Surely not.
With one of
A
the best
Brazil
rosters
for a
they've
Brazil team
ever had.
against a Titan, homie.
A land.
How insane would that be?
Coming off looking so good in the European
How
League,
insane would that
two of
be?
them Having 3 grand final appearances in one of the strongest regions of the world, and Team Secret shows up today and says, "We don't care how good your region is. We're better."
Dude, I want the Brazil now. The Brazil for the South American team on the Titan of Europe.
Well, forget that. When I saw, all French against all Brazilian roster, I was thinking, this is brilliant. This is like Zidane and Ronaldinho from when I was growing up, but this is nothing like that.
What is happening, bro? Secret 6-1ing Team BDS? What a day one, homie. Dude, this is gonna be. I need the Brazil. Please.
Go down to the lower.
Please get the Brazil. What's up, everyone that just joined the stream? I'm back now from like a 30-minute break. I had to go take care of my dogs. Okay, though. And I come back to this.
With the win of their lives here, and this is day
What an upset. I'm not even mad about this. Is like the. This is the.
Calling for it. Let the Brazilians get the Brazil. Nah, okay.
What an upset. Team Secret.
6-1 is still nothing to
3-0 BDS.
Holy smokes, BDS has some rethinking to do after this matchup.
What just happened?
But if BDS wants to show
I'm happy, bro. I can't wait. I've already lost my bracket. My bracket's already screwed over. I've lost 2 in a row now. Because I had Furia and BDS making it past this round. But they're both in lower bracket now.
Making an absolute statement against the Titans of BDS.
Huge.
Your face says it all. That is an unexpected result. We all went against them.
They can't get beat by Furia. They gotta beat the top 6. They're going for the top 4 now.
I mean, there's nothing we can say.
They're going for the top 4.
No matter how flowery our metaphors get, that was just brilliant.
My predictions are bad. I got absolutely roasted for my predictions. Like, I got straight up roasted, bro. Half the comments in there was like bad predictions. Everything's wrong. People disagreeing like this, like crazy. I had so many people disagree with me, and then I had like one person that came out and said this is a dub bracket. And look where that's got us. You know, we're 2-2 on bracket predictions right now.
Was K-Corp taking the win over Furia 3-0. Which does actually a little bit of sunshine here for BDS. That does, I believe, clinch them main event for Worlds. Because K-Corp won, they get a win here, or K-Corp won it. So a little bit of silver lining, I suppose. That's there.
Right there.
So let's see. This one was wrong. I had this going 3-1. This went 3-0 in favor of Carmine. BDS. I don't know. Space Station.
West Coast of North America are going to wake up.
Wow, bro. You know what the sad thing is? Because Space Station Gaming said they were looking forward so much to facing BDS. They're not even going to be able to face BDS. The only way that they can face BDS, the only way they face BDS, I'm pretty sure, is if BDS make it here. They got to make it to lower semifinals. and Space Station also make the lower semifinals or higher.
Is what BDS are going to do, and the highs we've seen from that team and how incredible they are.
Dude, that's
who knows? That
crazy. Imagine this gets upset. I hope this doesn't upset, bro. If Pioneers upset Space Station, I'm actually gonna be sad. That one I'm actually happy about. That's huge.
For now, like I say, the next series will be FaZe against Power, and we'll have that after this break.
Crazy, bro. We've only had 3 O's, 2 upsets, and 2 expected ones, and only 3 O's. We haven't had a close series yet. This is kind of depressing. What do we have next? We have FaZe Power, Endpoint V1. I think we'll watch this one. Bro, what? Oh my god, bro. I didn't notice how close it was. Well, how dominant it was. This one was close. That's it. 4-1, 6-1. Don't underestimate our region. I'm hyped, bro. That's crazy. 3-0 BDS, Carmine. Wow. You know what? You know what? I was wrong. I was wrong. This is probably going to be the best LAN event of all time. What? What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm not getting my phone back. Oh. Never mind. Okay. Still doesn't make sense though, that first one. Dude, huge upset. Flamed him. What's the question? I think it's gonna be too hard for BDS to come back. Alright, hold on. I gotta see either Rocket League rewards or whatever. So here's a free skin everyone gets. That's dope. I know we're talking about Rocket League, but it's a Fortnite skin. Cool. Homie, I have no idea. Bro. That's not what it is. Is this where it is? No.
Tonight, I'll be eating a bison burger.
Oh wait, let's see how many people have seen this.
Shoot, my mouse just died.
We don't need to look at that. Let's see how many people have looked at the video now. 308, it hasn't changed at all.
Wait, what? How did you do that?
Wait, you can't do that?
No.
Homie, I have no idea.
This should do it.
The future waits for no one, so we refuse to wait for it.
That's what I want to look at.
Today, battles are waged in nanoseconds, and planes are piloted from the other side of the world.
Having fun. Look at that description.
It's already here. Join us.
What are the analytics? What are the analytics looking like? 50 impressions, 18% clip.
Hold up. You're not
Wow.
sacrificed. State Farm has raised official blood.
Fake.
Whatever.
50 people coming here from.
Call or click to get a quote
Look it
today.
up. Rlcs. This is broken, homie. Most people have been subscribed though. More than half. I'm happy about that. That's great. That's good to know. Good to know. I'm so lost at what just happened.
With the call to serve, fighting and winning.
What is, bro? Where's? Well, now that's screwed up, homie. Moist. This is now optic. That I thought it was gonna be closer than this. Okay, bye, my #1 fan. So this was expected. This happened. That was not expected at all. Carmine 3-0 Furia. Hopefully this one actually looks decent. This was a 3-0 against Optic. 3-0 for Secret. Crazy. I'm hyped for this one though. I cannot wait for this one. So I think these are going to be the last two matches that happen in the first round. Space Station Pioneers and Liquid Falcons. Some of the better ones. This is crazy, bro. I still cannot believe that. I'm hyped for that. What is this? Crazy. What a performance. Watch it in Fortnite. Nah, but seriously, I need to go look at the site real quick.
Furia versus Carmine Corp was a quick matter. Carmine Corp coming out of the gates hot and staying hot the entire way, Gibbs.
They absolutely dominated, but at the same time, on that B stream, we saw Team Secret, who, by the way, is my pick.
Oh, no.
Versus BDS.
He's going to take full credit.
One of the South American teams absolutely destroyed BDS. The favorites here, I would say, like, overall, Team Secret moving on.
We predicted the wrong Sam tape.
We had the wrong,
How
wrong
are we
match.
to know?
We had the wrong match on the front of us. If you're not watching the B stream, you're doing it wrong. Make sure you got 2 monitors up. That was an incredible performance from them. Cannot wait to watch Secret moving forward here. But yummy. I mean, I just love that we're back here.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of the results, I'm glad to be back here in the conference.
Well, it's the magic. It's the magic of Team Secret 3-0ing the EU favorites. It's the magic we had last time. You know, the chance, the corrupted G moment. And of course, my favorite moment, CJ coming out on the car. It's just a shame that he choked.
No.
So he wasn't able to come here today.
Well.
Oh no.
That's never
Oh,
good.
no.
If you see
Oh my! Then I'll be coming back to the home, the spiritual home of the fans of Rocket League. Without me and this beauty, you're all wrong, baby. Cause we're back and we're running it back. I need a bit. I've got a heavy car bug. Can I get a little bit? Cole, a bit of assistance, please. Can you
Why
just
is
me
Cole
over
just?
here?
Why is Cole?
I'm coming for you, alright? So give me a little.
That looks like it's a big
Come on.
effort.
Come on, give me a little.
I think Cole.
It actually
If
looks
you
like
thought
he's
Yummy, I'm
struggling.
not gonna be here. We're back, baby. We're running it back, and we're live. So let's do it. I'm
Did he lose
coming
a
up,
wheel?
and I'm gonna take your place on that desk.
What is he doing?
Eventually.
It sounds like he's coming to the desk, Yummy.
And I'm here.
He's he'll be a while.
Bro, what do you think everyone here just looks at?
Get off because
Yeah, we can only have one Aussie.
I've
Only
been
one Aussie
talking
left.
about how he can't win a game 7 for the last 3 months, so I'm not safe.
Okay.
Well,
Yummy's
you're
out.
off.
Bye, Yummy.
See you, mate.
Good to see you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
see
you
ya.
being here.
It's a one in, one out system.
Run and hide, run and hide.
Yeah.
Well.
What?
While we wait for a while, because that car is pretty slow, I mean, maybe go to the bracket? I don't know.
Yeah, let's look at the bracket while we're here. Show you guys kind of how things have evolved so far. 'cause
What an entrance.
craziness is happening. You're not, if you're
What a
just tuning in,
crazy
right,
game from.
not
I still
this
can't believe that.
BDS
Crazy
in
from
the
Secret.
lower bracket after dropping 3 games straight, nearly getting Braziled in the final game, Gibbs,
And
by Secret.
every other team here is so happy.
Bro,
Outside
who do
of
they
maybe the Space
who do they
Station match,
face up
never
against?
lose
Oh
to
my god, they go up against Pioneers
They were very, very happy
or
that
Space
BDS fell
Station.
down.
Oh my.
I mean, you have to be. You know?
So that's right, Space Station can face them right now if they lose to Pioneers, which I don't see. Sorry, but I just don't see that. Pioneers, dude, that is so rough. I didn't want them to go out that early, but
Oh, there you go, Crowley. Yeah, perfect.
Oh, it's my face. Thank
Oh,
you.
brilliant. You put that in the best place. I also
Now
like.
it looks like you're in the car still.
I like that you tried to fix it as well.
Yeah.
They pulled it off. They
Yeah.
fixed it.
The plastic,
Yeah,
such
very
cheap
good.
rims.
Yeah.
I'm naked. So how are you then? How are you?
I just carted that thing up like 40 stairs. I'm tired. I'm so glad to be here. So happy to be back. I'm sweating. That was an adventure. But I'm surprised that thing still moved me. I mean, what a beauty that is. 4
Yeah,
years
you put
later,
on a little bit.
put on a few kgs, but 4 years later, we're still here in the car. Is still doing work. So well done.
Wow.
Well, give us your thoughts about the matches so far, because it's been incredible.
I mean, I was saying, can we flip that game to the mainstream? And I was 2-0 up, and this was incredible. I mean, Team Secret. Wow.
Ridiculous.
The second Sam Seed coming out and doing that to BDS. I mean, that was crazy.
Everybody down there as well, all the players, everybody who wasn't like in that series, we just stood around the TVs. We were watching, everyone was chatting.
The atmosphere, and there's no crowd yet.
It was
and
like a
it's
little
already
run.
electric.
It's funny
Yeah.
how it evolved from non-believers to like, oh, no, they're gonna
Yeah,
win.
no,
They're gonna win. Actually, yeah.
I remember walking by at first, and it was game 1, and Secret was up by 1, and I was like, oh, interesting. You know,
Right, yeah.
completely didn't think anything of it. And then we're in game 3, and they've scored 5. So it was an insane situation. We'll see how that story evolves as we move forward. But for now, let's talk about the next match we're going to have on the stream. Endpoint taking
Crazy.
on version 1, a battle of versus
what was this one
NA.
again? Phase Power,
Okay,
yeah.
These are 2 strong teams.
Not worth watching.
Brutal. Like version 1 obviously did great at the Winter Major. We're gonna talk a lot about Beast Mode and the MVP like performances he's had.
Wait, hold on.
throughout
I
the
gotta
winter
fix
split and
this.
now in the spring split as well. But on the other side, Endpoints, they lose their best player, Stumpy, and they're still here.
That's the thing, mate. And they're in the uppers, unlike their old teammate.
I was gonna say they should be happy about it.
For now.
But now, no, but that we were all saying, who is the one player that we think would be a good replacement for Seiko? The only person was going to be Archie. And that team, they are fitting in so well together. They are chatting loads. They're having so much fun. Their vibes are absolutely immaculate right
But
now.
here's the
It's
thing.
just brilliant to watch.
What you got?
I got Liquid, and that's what we love, ladies and gentlemen. Team Liquid, the young fellas, we love
Oh,
them.
and Corelli needs one. Yeah.
Oh, we're running low on cards now.
Space Station.
Okay.
All right. That one's signed by Arsenal as well. Well,
Wow.
we got 2 more teams assigned here. Still looking for somebody to
Okay,
play version 1.
so-
since they haven't been picked yet,
Spring
Endpoint.
Major. What, bro? Oh my god, it's so weird seeing Secret up in the second round of up brackets. Oh, bro, I hate that they have to go up against Space Station, but imagine they beat Space Station too. I will not be mad. I won't be mad.
This major goal is to win every single game, every single series.
I will not be mad if they beat Space Station. I want to see Secret make it far, bro. I want to see. I just want to see it, homie. I think if they beat BDS like that, they can definitely beat Space Station, definitely beat FaZe, Liquid, Falcons, all of them. Definitely Power. If they play like that the entire rest of this tournament, they have a huge chance of winning. Crazy.
This major is very important just because of the venue and its copper box, and this is where everyone wants to.
This is unbelievable. Okay, so we have Gladiator Spheria, crazily enough.
Gotta enjoy every moment.
Imagine Gladiators win that. It's just like the whole thing's just like a battle of like the lower team of like the minor regions. Like at the top four is just like secret Gladiators, Falcons, Pioneers, or something like that. Imagine that. Be crazy. BDS can make a lower bracket run though. For sure. What happened? Play.
You know, I think that was Wave trying to teach the other two how to dance Stumpy, but I'm not confident relating Wave knows how to dance.
I don't think any of them do.
No, but
Can you stop breaking, please?
hey, so they were probably told you have to dance, and they went for it. And I respect it.
I like that old man Metza has the dad dance moves. I'm a big fan of that.
And I love that he was saying you have to enjoy every moment here. Spencer's, he's been around before. Then for a while he was gone, but he's back at the copper box.
I mean, he knows what those moments are. He is my favourite example of what London was. Standing on the stage alongside Leaf, being chanted at. And I've spoken to him a few times after, just saying, you don't know how you feel in that moment, but then it's 10 minutes later.
Dude, imagine every other team. Like, imagine Inpoint wins.
To point out that he was a competitor here last time we were here.
One of like 4, I think, like people.
A long-standing legend, you know, here in Rlcs.
A long-standing legend, CJ.
Yeah,
so,
well, thanks for that.
Where's this one?
You are.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So imagine they all make upper bracket, or they're all staying upper bracket, and Team BDS is the only like European lower bracket, even though they're number 1 seed.
I've had a few chats to him so far in the past couple of days, and I think that he's ready to show something, and he's ready to really step up.
And this is perfect endpoint. Most teams are.
Bro, you know the sad thing is like KC Pioneers brought them to a game 5 last major. They brought them to game 5 and almost reverse swept them. They can actually beat them this time.
Well, they've got their hand warmers as well.
Like,
everything.
And now Archie is part of it, and we got Coach Eclipse as well. They are ready to.
That's calm.
But hey, close enough.
Eclipse wishes he could play like.
I bet. I mean, he does have 1 goal per game.
True. The highest shooting percentage in the RLCS.
Eclipse, there it is.
Yeah. No, it all comes down to leadership at endpoint that does give those vibes. That is it's a grassroots UK org, and they are so entangled with each other.
Well, we gave you just a preview for a moment there of who they're playing against. Let's meet one of the team with the biggest, most explosive fan base currently in the scene. It's version 1.
There they are. Look at them.
You can expect to see maybe some trash talk here or there, maybe some jokes, maybe some mind games. We'll see when we get there.
Bro, Comp's such a troll.
Pretty important. We can make worlds with this major, which is a pretty big deal, not having to go through wildcard. So, of course, we're here to win.
Of course.
Vibe right now is pretty immaculate. We have such a good time whenever we're just like together. It's
What's up, viewer? Welcome.
Being able to hang out, being able to play together.
Welcome to the stream. If you're trying to get caught up, Team Secret 3-0'd BDS, apparently, somehow. KC, Carmine Corp, not KC Pioneers. Carmine Corp 3-0'd Furia, so 2 upsets. 2 huge, well, KC Furia could have went either way, but a huge upset on BDS, dropping them to the lower bracket in first round. Crazy.
The goal for this major, honestly, is I'm just kind of like taking it 1 match at a time. I want to perform well, but I don't know if we have a second.
I mean, I have no idea what that just said.
1 match at a time and win each match as it comes. I mean, I love the haters. It's so much fun. Even when we lose, it's
we got a drop.
People are like, yeah, you finally lost or whatever. They're all like super hyped, and it's like
huge drop.
To see how invested they are. And then when we win, we beat their teams, and it's kind of funny to see how mad they are. So it's pretty fun. Keep hating. I mean, I think they should be scared of us because we have a pretty good playstyle on LAN. I think our playstyle suits us really well in this environment. We've kind of made a LAN playstyle where we're going to be better with the nerves, hopefully, and we'll be able to capitalize on other teams' mistakes pretty easily. You guys better watch out. We're coming for you.
You know, Crowley, I don't think there was tea in those cups.
I don't think they drank anything. I think it wasn't real. But what is real is Calm coming for you.
Yeah,
that's
and
what
his
I said.
confidence,
and
for
the
sure.
confidence, and he should have that confidence. I mean, a lot of players, especially in North America, are touting him as the best player in the world because of the way he's been playing, especially on LAN. I mean, in the Winter Major,
Has this one started
he
up?
was incredible. I mean, just a different human on the field.
It's like 5
in the
minutes.
Winter
That
Major.
starts.
And then V1 is going to play their game. They're going to go for demos. Calm is going to do that and then laugh in your face right after.
Yep.
So we know that is coming. And then they have Beast Mode that Calm says is the best player in the world.
Yep.
Beast Mode has been so incredibly good for this version 1 squad. They used to be a bubble team to maybe make a major. Now we expect them here every time.
Yep.
They will be at the World Championship as well. Not technically clinched, but they're going to be there. So watch out for Beast Mode. I predicted he'll lead everyone in goals per game, and I hope he shows up.
You have to point out, though, Beast Mode, look at it. His name is literally Landon. He was born for this land. He was born and raised for this event. I predicted him the #1 player at the end of the event because, you know, I mean, his parents knew that the copper box was coming. And
Lock him in.
Some
Easy.
foresight.
There's definitely an X factor that comes with being named Landon here. I mean, they also pointed out, we talked about Mets on one side, Torment also was here with Cloud9 back in Season 5. So not as solid of a result as we saw Complexity put up there, but still one of the top players on the team. Let's take a look here at the stats between them. Gibbs, I feel like I always look at
This could go either way. This might be the closest game of the day. This might be the first non-sweep. It's either going to be a sweep or the only non-sweep.
Then watch
So
out,
we'll
'cause I
see.
know Archie is that man to make so many saves on endpoint, but if he's not on the field,
What's up?
he can't make those saves.
And it
We'll
really
stream.
is like an insult to injury with Calm because he is demoing you and then laughing at you.
We're currently watching mainstream. It's Endpoint versus version 1.
Like before when they played Queso at the previous line, he stood up and just went, ha ha!
Yeah.
It's like, how do you play against that?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
So,
One of my favorite things.
we'll see who wins this. So far, this might be the only first and possibly only non-sweep, but we'll see. Imagine every first round is a sweep. That would be pretty crazy.
We'll get
I've just said that. I've just said Landon, you know, he's going to be the #1 player, but I've had an unpredictable start to the day, so I'm going to go with Endpoint. They're going to upset V1, but the V1's run's not over, but Endpoint for this one.
That's a really good point.
Yeah?
Okay.
It's a good point.
Oh.
Okay.
What is
alright.
he doing?
Really good.
I mean,
I changed.
Yeah? What?
now you got
What do you
endpoint
change?
pink on? Okay.
Oh.
Hey, all right.
That's
fair.
an endpoint hoodie?
Endpoint.
I mean, all right. So, like,
He's
endpoint.
he's flip-flopping.
No
So
worries.
endpoint, I think, is the underdogs here, and I think they can get an upset because I think no one ever counts them out or like counts them in to make a long run. But endpoint's always there. But it's version 1, and Beast Mode wants that MVP for all of North America. I think he's going to destroy right now. I am going version 1.
That's a really good point.
No way.
That's a really good point. Yeah, no, fair enough. Fair enough.
Again? He's got another one?
Fair enough. What? I can't go against that. I can't go against that. Gibbs, you just make good points every time.
I appreciate it, something.
V1, they've got it. They've got it.
You know, Stumpy, if Bates was up here, he would be all over you flip-flopping like this.
I'm
right,
worried.
Crowley, go ahead.
I'm not a
Corelli.
flip-flopper. I can't pick Space Station, so I'm going to take someone else's card. Endpoint is my pick.
You're
stealing
holding
the
it upside down.
That's a really good
Oh,
No way. Stop it. Stop it.
That's a really good point.
What is happening right now?
He didn't even make his point. He just said the word
I didn't even say a
endpoint.
point.
No, but it's your voice. It just
Thank
makes
you.
sense.
Thank
Okay,
you.
okay. So
But-
what's your pick? What's your
But the
pick?
thing is, when it comes down to this competition, I love Calm. I love Beast Mode, and I make a really good point.
What is happening right now? What is happening?
No, wait.
Surely the last one.
Oh, it's endpoint.
Because Endpoint, no matter what V1 do, it's my boys. It is the boys in blue on home turf. It is Endpoint. You will not catch you flip-flopping today.
Oh,
How hot
my.
are you?
I'm boiling.
I don't think Stumpy has another piece of clothing on that, so I'm not going to predict anything here just to be safe.
That's a really good
Let's see what chat has to say here, because man, they're going very much to the side of V1. They said one of the most explosive fan bases in the scene right now. So they're ready to go. The players are ready to go, and I know you guys are ready to watch at home as well. Version 1 taking on Endpoint. Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Stumpy surely doesn't.
That's
so
a really good point.
one in the blue, one in
Really
the
good
orange. Let's get into it.
History repeats itself. We go back to Landon Metzonoris was here before. Torment was here before. How does it rock up this time?
Oh, how does it rock up this time? That's a great question. A lot of people at home obviously thinking version 1. I think that's fair to say. They tend to play a little bit more of an offensive game.
All right.
Generally, that tends to be
Third
more
match.
lean as well, but I do really like the way that Endpoint have been looking the past couple of
We'll
weeks.
see.
I think a lot of great defense, and things are looking up for them for me, so I think I lean that side.
Well, the NA versus EU rivalry has heated up because, well, BDS are now in the lower bracket, so we're going to have to see if Endpoint can make a point there for EU as well, but it'll be interesting to see. Last time, we did see Metzonoris take the win over Torment.
Yes, it was a long time ago.
Let's see.
but
I don't know what's gonna happen.
both
I don't know who to
had
go
good
for in this
turnarounds
match.
in
To be
terms of
honest
their
with you,
career. I mean, version 1.
I think
with Torment,
biasly,
a little
I'm gonna
bit
go
of a
with
turnoff
V1.
where it's like, I'm not
I'm
sure
pretty
if
satisfied I
Torment's
voted
really
for
gonna make it back
anyways.
to the top, and Uncommon
But
Beast
to
Mode
be
has
fair,
absolutely done it. And if you told me
Endpoint
3 years
definitely
ago
have a chance to
Metza
take
was
it.
going to make a big turnaround in his career, I would have laughed in your face. So really proud of how he's turned around his own career with his 2 teammates, as well as that's going to be to the back.
Version
post.
1, first
Tom
goal.
gonna score first. Version 1 going to open things up.
Huge for V1 as well. They started off the Winter Major strong. Beast Mode having, in my opinion, the best ever first series performance of a LAN rookie. And Colin being right behind him, he's getting the first goal.
Absolutely. A lot of people were big on Common. Certainly been a boon for version 1 since they picked him up. We'll see if Endpoint can figure out how to handle him.
I'm a little scared too. You don't want to give Com confidence at these lands. You know what it does to their opponents, how he's going to get in their grill, how he's going to start yelling at them.
Ooh.
Hopefully Endpoint can stay calm. Relating Wave just not able to get past the defense.
Really like that patience of version 1. Nice couple of drives here for Endpoint finally, and curious to see if that midfield is able to stick with version 1 in the clear game, as Relating Wave towards the net denied by Torment and Beast Mode. And you still can't find a way through that orange goal line.
I love how Archie as well spent this season, even though he's the carry player, looking very rotational, looking to set up his 2 teammates. And you saw it in this play, it didn't quite work out. Now V1 do have a chance, but it's kept out by that man, Archie, that we'll be talking about a lot throughout this series.
Does have a lot to work on. The
Hey.
desk mentioned it, that he does tend to be
Metza?
that backline player, and that physicality going to be a very important thing to keep an eye on for version 1. Are they able to make contact? Dished it in the middle, nobody there for Endpoint. Version
Bad
1
touch by Torment.
kind of struggling to get a solid enough touch on the ball, but that'll finally at least break it loose.
Finally still got it
Yeah,
out.
this is where Endpoint
Beast
want to be,
Mode,
make it
Force is gonna
V1
win.
awkward in defense, but they have got down to the other end. Version 1 looking for the shot. They take one straight towards the defender. Relating Wave is waiting for it.
Pushed around to the side. Free ball here for Metza. Not a lot of options for Endpoint, kind of struggling to move that ball side to side, really look for each other. It's currently just a matter of, can we at least get possession and hold on to it for a little bit, it feels like, for both teams.
Endpoint, as we hit the halfway mark of this game, are going to start feeling under the gun. V1 are getting all these chances in attack. They are looking for passes across, and Com is waiting. Gets the pass up, back to Beast Mode. He's looking for the angle.
Bro,
He's
what
found
just
it.
happened?
Beast Mode takes it 2-0.
Relating Wave really crossed up in the net right here, trying to easy to lose track of where they are, and Beast Mode sitting right on the corner of the box. Great shot all the way to the back post, took it away from him.
You wouldn't imagine this is a LAN at all. Com had gone all the way to that back right corner. That is very aggressive positioning, very risk-taking, and obviously pays off.
Opening kickoff, not quite the chance for Endpoint they were hoping it would be. Losing a couple of races there on the orange half as
What's
well.
up? How's it going?
Make sure that if you
Currently
take an
watching
aggressive
V1
challenge
versus
like that,
Endpoint.
you don't want to allow the
V1's
2-0
2-0.
back the other way for a team like version 1. And we'll see
So.
if Endpoint can get the ball in the very capable hands of Relating
Yeah.
Wave. He's been a great put-away player the whole season, Yummy.
Yeah, but he hasn't had those opportunities. We've seen a couple of chances, but nothing really that Endpoint normally give him.
They
He
just-
gives him,
they just don't like-
get
they
so
don't
many
like stream, I
open
guess.
chances, so many setups from Archie as well, but not really any in this game, and their backs are starting to get against the wall of Chiefs.
Press towards the wall. Nice dish out into the middle of the box. Unfortunately, deep positioning for version 1. Let Endpoint out of their own half a little bit. Shot towards the right corner. Is it fast enough? Just missing contact to take it away from the defense. Metza, oh, so close. I'm going to stall out in the midfield.
Huge credit to the veteran Meta. There's so many players who are
Bro,
old
I'm gonna
school,
be honest
who
with
haven't been
you.
able
I've
to
probably
keep
been
up with the
commenting this
mechanics,
whole
but
time.
he's an absolute grinder. Almost
Maybe
pulled
not.
off the pre-flip, and maybe next time.
Put into the middle, version 1, looking for one more on net. That will indeed squeak
3-0.
just over Metza's car. Com going to turn in 3, and that'll likely put game 1 out of reach.
Well, we've had
Alright, let's see what's happening on B stream.
so far this
Never mind, it
game.
hasn't even started yet.
Sorry, this day. And version 1 are looking to try and do the same. This is a very dominant game 1 and has to be in the bag for V1.
Bro, if we get
Real
another
strong
sweep,
opening
I
for
swear,
version one.
that's
A
going to be
couple of
crazy.
Okay pushes for Endpoint back on the other side, but not really able to connect in terms of the position.
Another.
Well, there's veteran versus veteran. Torment wins that fight.
Well, Torment wants revenge. It has been 4 years, but he finally gets it, giving Metz and Oris a chance at an own goal.
Tough break for Metza, but that
The
one's
on
not
goal.
going to sting too deep.
That's
You already
okay.
knew you were down 3. 1:20 on the clock. Oh, well. You give up one more. You kind of sit here and figure out, okay, it's not too much to fix moving into game 2. You know you just want to try and move the ball a little bit better past that midfield line. You thought you at least had some okay pushes and weren't really struggling too much to clear the ball, so you're not too worried about version 1 pushing you that much. It's really just, okay, how do we hold on to possession, try and have a few more chances over on that orange side, because version 1, yeah, they scored a few goals. It's not like they were absolutely breaking Endpoint down, though.
This is the worry I've had as well about Endpoint coming in, that they might be slow starters, coming in with
Bro, I
RT,
swear, if we get another sweep, because I feel like the
warm up
FaZe
throughout
power
the
can be a
season,
sweep.
But the thing is, you get
If
to land,
FaZe
there's
don't
a few
troll.
more nerves, somebody plays a little bit different, the rotation.
If FaZe don't just
down,
completely
and
troll
they had
that
to get back to
series,
ground
that's a
one, which
3-0
I'm told
most
didn't
likely.
work for them at the start.
Unless power come out like
Yes,
Secret
definitely
did.
a rocky
But
beginning to
most
be
likely a
sure,
3-0
but
for
they did find
FaZe.
their footing. That is one of the advantages of the
Or a
of
3-0
having
for power,
3
there's another
regionals per
huge
split.
upset.
You can
I wouldn't even mind
figure out
that.
your way through there. It's certainly a team to turn it around. Quite
Let's see.
nicely.
Well, context from today,
This
maybe taking down
was the one that
Vegas
should have
in the
been a
last minute
3-0.
wasn't so great.
This one should have been a lot closer. But
Unfortunately,
it looks like if they're keep going
Endpoint,
like this, it's going to
a
be a
little
3-0.
frustrated. Not all things work out. You can never know how everything is going to pan out. Even the wisest don't know how everything will work through. And unfortunately for them here, version 1 going to close out strong 4-0 in game 1.
You go back to the Winter Major. V1, right from the very get-go, 3-0'd FaZe. Then they took down Moist, who we obviously know are great at LAN. And that was their first ever time at LAN. It was Beast Mode's first ever LAN. They're kind of continuing that form right here in game 1, starting off great.
Yeah, really great opening for version 1. You knew that they were like, okay, they didn't even really have to get too physical, which was another thing of, are they going to have to break down Archie that often? No. Turns out they just kind of squeezed through the midfield a little bit and put Endpoint in some awkward scenarios that they can't quite handle. So you don't really have to fix too much or do anything different if you're version 1. You have to say, look, we came here and we're ready to go. And Endpoint's sitting here thinking, it's a couple ugly looks on defense.
Yeah, they get to keep Calm in their back pocket. You know, he's got those demos. He can do a lot. They don't need it right now.
You said it. You said it. He's going to get in their grill.
He certainly has. But Endpoint, they're very good at adapting here. They're great at spending that time, even if it's just 1 minute, getting back into the series, figuring it out. Eclipse are always getting the moving too. So I would say a 4-0 is going to be too telling to how the next game will go.
Yeah, I would agree. Endpoint is generally
Bro,
tended to turn
imagine
around quite nicely throughout the season. A couple of big
BDS
series
don't
throughout
get
in
the
all of
crowd
those different
again.
regionals that they had to play, of course. So I would agree with
NRG
you.
has it.
Adaptability certainly likely to come through against version 1 because
BDS got out like second round. Like if they won the rounds that they lost in of the Winter Major, they would have made crowd. They didn't make crowd. Imagine they lose out on crowd again.
It's a very rare thing. And so
How
I
crazy
think
would
he
that be?
definitely has it in him to, and you can see Eclipse. He's like, okay, let's go ahead, turn this one around. We know we didn't give up too much in terms of poor play. It's just like, okay, we know we can play better than that. And it's not like one person's dragging anybody down or anything like that. They're like, all right, just settle down a little bit. We'll be all right.
We've seen a lot of fluctuation for motivation as well throughout the teams throughout such a very long season. In Archie's case, I think the second split, he'd kind of got down on Senpai. That's a large reason why he came over to Endpoint. His hours immediately jumping up. I think that's been a large reason why they've got those got these extra results. Are they able to back it up? Are they able to bring it in game 2 and take that extra step? Archie should be that player making a huge difference here.
An opportunity to show it for sure. As Endpoint indeed going to set up a nice transition here with Archie to be the rock in the midfield and maybe have an opportunity to put one away. And there's the bit of physicality. Com making sure that Endpoint doesn't have as much stability in the midfield with the demo.
Well, it didn't take
What a
very long
read.
there. The demo comes out and you just saw him completely turn around and go.
First
for it.
goal?
That is quick decision making on that demo.
Face rank.
It has led
That's
to a chance though at the other end. Endpoint looking for
It looked like that
these
would've been in,
shots. They have
but-
to get the pass in, but
Oh well.
good save out from Torment, who is always solid on that back line.
Absolutely. One of the best defenders North America has ever had, to be sure.
But also a much better look for Endpoint here in Game 2. Haven't let version 1 out of their own half yet. Struggling to put things on target, but they'll take this over how Game 1 looked.
And Endpoint, how good are they when they are holding that pressure forward? How long can they?
The answer is currently about a minute. They finally let version 1 out of their own half. But Endpoint, I believe, has tended to be more of a counter-attacking team, so they're definitely comfortable to sit on their own half more often than press.
Yeah, I haven't seen them really get some opportunities to open the net. That solo play, the pass is getting shut down very quickly from V1. And so it feels like V1 are going to be comfortable holding this backboard defense.
Oh, and they just let him through back the other way. Metza gets cooked with a long shot from the version 1 half. I want to see what broke down. They both went for the same boost, and Relating is trying to give a little space so they don't hit each other. Ends up being a really awkward miscommunication.
Come, bro.
They kind of wanted to eke forward. They had all that pressure. They had these sniffs at the net.
Dude, Calm must be like a good vibe to have on this team.
Especially when the nerves are high.
Like, bro.
Tough start for Game 2, considering how well that first minute was going for Endpoint. Find yourself in the hole again. As that's a great pinch. Is that going to go back the other way? Not quite in time. Torment, as you said, such a tough guy to get the ball through.
Haven't seen the big play coming out from Beast Mode.
Beast Mode hasn't been showing up quite yet. I mean, he's looked good. He looks good. He just hasn't got his moment yet.
Much more of a team game so far in this series.
Doesn't really feel like they need to also have that one big performance.
It's been mostly Torment and mostly Calm, to be fair.
A super big
That's just how Calm does. That's just Calm, woman.
Good opportunity for Relating Wave off that back wall, but you never really feel like you have the space to go for that big 1v1 outplay against a team like Endpoint who spreads the field so nice.
That's also the kind of shot you'd expect that Relating Wave could pull off.
Yeah.
However, that's the shot they're having to take. They're not able to get those easy ones that you normally want from Endpoint. Meanwhile, V1 holding a great blind in the midfield.
What a dribble.
Beast Mode is looking for those air dribbles to set up a solo play. Endpoint going for the 50. They now have a chance in that avenue of attack, but Relating Wave gets a 50 of his own over with Calm. Beast Mode manages to clear it out.
Yeah, and you really would have liked to see Relating Wave or Metza come through. I believe it was actually Metza come through with that physicality.
It's been a lot closer of a game, and Endpoint's going pretty well. They could actually bring it, take Game 3.
Really gives version 1 a lot of.
Yeah, I swear to God, if we get like all sweeps today, even in round 2.
Every single one of their plays is a little too one-dimensional. They have one plan
kind
of
of
attack. Just
depressing.
go for the pressure, not where that next
Generating
play.
options,
Not where that demo is or anything like that. It's not good enough against V1. They have 1 goal lead here with just less than 2 minutes remaining and looking comfortable at that.
Gotta be careful where they place some of those pads.
That's an own goal by the other veteran.
Missed the redirect. Version 1 goes, hang on, they missed, and they end up putting it in their own net. That's tough.
His name's Torment, and that's exactly what I watched. That is painful to see.
Oh, rough one to give back, but now you've got an own goal each for each of the vets, so it's okay. We're all square.
Especially since they'd, really gone in the favor of V1 through the midfield. One mistake, and Endpoint are right back into it. Not only that, they're going to have so much more confidence now they've got their first goal on Archie's scoreboard.
Nice, strong, clear all the way across as well. Version 1.
Alright.
Very
B-Stream has definitely started now. Let's see what's happening there.
Want to press super hard over on
Power score first. If we get an upset on phase, crazy. I don't feel like it will. I don't think power, not power. Well, yeah, I don't think power has what it takes to be phase.
Work for some of those counterattacks.
Because phase always perform. At the very beginning of the tournament, they always perform and then kind of choke near the end. Even if they go down a lower bracket first round, they always kind of play well. Very beginning of the tournament. So I don't think they'll go down.
Like Relating Wave has here, you are going to create the chance. Archie blocked out by Com, and that's going to keep it a tied game with just 30 seconds remaining.
Once again, Metza so close to being able to keep that pressure going as
You're gonna get that bump, homie.
avoid the air dribble demo.
Pass. Oh, on goal.
Thankfully, not into his own net. Endpoint will dodge a bullet with 20 seconds left.
We almost had the triple O goal series. It was a little dicey there, but we do manage to see Endpoint hold on as the clock does tick down towards that 0 second
What's up?
mark.
Welcome to the stream.
Circling that attack, but it goes the other way.
Currently watching V1 Endpoint about to go into overtime in Game 2. So
And it does hit 0
maybe
wisely.
one game that's not gonna go
Floor reset
sweep.
here. No need to give away something that
We'll see though.
not a sure chance, and off the kickoff. Definitely a great
Or maybe it will. 6-second overtime, very quick.
pointing at him.
This is how overtimes work. They either end immediately or take some time. Archie just didn't think Com was doing it.
Let me just make sure they're not like commenting and I just can't see it. Yeah.
That's tough
Okay.
as well. Instantly stood up. He's sitting there like, where's the defense?
What are they doing?
Why did nobody do anything?
Endpoint, hello, EU, BDS first, and now we are seeing Endpoint.
I can't tell if the stream's just that bad or
And Com is the one sending up the question marks. How do Endpoint fight back here?
Well, this one obviously a much better look than game one. I did like the idea from version 1. Try and get more aggressive again. It just fell
What's up?
down to some of those big opportunities.
look at this 308. All right, it's currently 2-0 version 1 and 1-1 on game 1, 2-1 for FaZe on game 1 and their series. So we could get another upset, another minor region upset on a major region. That would be crazy. I wouldn't even be mad.
Where they need to position, they can't handle the touch off the backboard. And version 1 will scoop another game.
It's up
Currently, this is what's happening right
so
now.
hard, not worry about scoring those immediate goals because V1 are very comfortable sitting there on that backboard, getting all that pressure, and they're securing their own corner boosts.
Yeah.
Which is meaning that they're never worried about how they're going to get out.
Can never be. That's the last thing you want to allow, I should say. You certainly don't want to be allowing the boost steals in your own half. Securing your own corner boost, definitely an important thing against a team who likes to play counterattack, or if you are a counterattack, because as soon as you limit your options.
All right. Game 3, will it be in a sweep? We'll see.
Everybody would have to figure it out. They're in an uncomfortable position. They probably feel like they should be doing a lot better. They haven't been playing poorly, but they haven't been getting the results. V1 now on match point. Are we going to get another 3-0 today?
This is a big.
This is like the 5th 3 in a row if we get this.
Outside of the major, if Endpoint managed to win this series, it will eliminate Europe #5 seed from Worlds. So a lot of work to go for Endpoint if they want to have a better chance in this series, obviously. But as we will have a pause here, it's actually an interesting talking point that I just brought up because a win here.
We'll come back on this. All right, well, let's just keep watching this. 3-1 FaZe.
Let's make them realize, hey, we're not going to be the BDS #2 of this tournament. We're not going down there. Not going to happen. Not today. Not anytime soon. We all know they've got high aspirations. As that ball goes
FaZe are looking good.
upper 90, first kill
I think we
is
can
gonna be
confirm that FaZe are looking good. I don't think I don't think FaZe will roll with the waste. Well, Secret, I think Secret's better than Power.
So quick.
So that's more
He just
expected.
beats out that defender. There's nothing you're doing. FaZe. They get that passing play started up. It's probably already a goal.
A nice little
Stop
play
driving.
right here. FaZe trying to keep this pressure on yet again, but Power are going to be there to rekindle this ball. See exactly what First Killer is going to be able to do on the defensive side, trying to clear it out. Power doing a nice job keeping it on this half for now. It's going to be typical, sending it towards the net.
Save
And
by
Amphis
Amphis.
barely able to save that one away. That one almost was able to slide through.
That was a nice little goal line save there, but again, it's not saves that Power wants. They want some goals right now. They're down 3 with the final minute of gameplay.
I think this will go to the sweep. This is the expected sweep.
You see them looking for it. Look at those.
Let's just be the one that
They are trying.
doesn't
Their
end in a
best to
sweep.
Get frisky on that orange half goal line, but not connecting.
All right, this one's back on.
Means they're not having those.
Game very well. Certainly a good place to be in.
All right, let's see if we're gonna get this in a sweep.
Kind of shot opportunities have come at sort of a premium here in this series, as there's one on target, and again,
Saved by
Torment gonna jump
Torment.
off the backboard and make a great stop.
And you notice that Com stayed on the ground. There's a lot of confidence in the teamwork in Torment to be able to make that save early as he pre-jumped to show that Com that he was going to go up. So teamwork coming out in defense, V1, that's just a sign of confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. You like to have faith, and especially what a lot of people would say is probably your best defender. Have him go out there and make big stops. Can't ask for much more as version 1. Seeing if there's any gaps there on the defense. Is again, that speed from Com, such a huge problem right now.
And V1 at the same time, they've been getting these attacking chances, and they're not looking like the V1 we expect. Not many solo plays. It's very team-based. Com this time making the save. V1 have held out. Can they get the counter? Torment goes flying past.
They caught him too. Metza take a little detour to grab some boost. Is a pinch back the other way. We'll make sure version 1 stays here on the blue half, but score will stay 0-0, and Endpoint trying to find a way out. No free passes along with that boost steal as well.
Yeah, Com was getting chased by Relating Wave. Otherwise, he had a very good chance on
Oh,
the net
demo.
again. Big demo from Com. He's looking for the
Oh,
second.
there it
It's
is.
open. Beast Mode will score, but that was all on Com.
It all starts with that boost steal too, and then they double commit
Bro,
as
Com
well.
is such a vibe to have. Like, I feel like he'd be like one of the dopest teammates to
Hit
have.
the ball, combine it with the boost steal and the demo on the back line is just a full collapse of that Endpoint defense. Great play from version 1 on all fronts.
Com said in the interview he wanted to silence the doubters.
Yeah,
He's
I hope
personally
Carmine
been doing
beat
that
you too.
throughout this series.
Oh,
Ooh, what a great pass.
that's just gross.
Juicy shot as well.
Beautiful looking
Top
pass.
right corner. Bensonor is the double over to Relating Wave. They were all pushed.
Perfect.
That's
Remember
I don't care
passing
who you
play?
are. Good luck saving that one. That's a great pass towards the backboard, and it's all about, do you have the touch, the control to get that one across the pitch to your teammate? And what a bit of execution from Endpoint to tie it up.
You just don't have time to react. And Com's going deadly with the demos too. Halfway through the game, he started to spike a few of them. Maybe open up the net for version 1, but Endpoint
Alright, it's
getting out
tied.
quickly, looking for that pass that goes
So
up
will
the field,
V1
so
be able to
it's a
get the
quick
sweep
counterattack
on
chance.
Endpoint? And Clyde's probably the, I think the 5th sweep of the day.
Curious. I'd like to see that pressure from Endpoint come to bear, and it doesn't seem like they feel confident in that approach anymore. And can't say you really blame them being down 2 games here, tied again. Do you want to try and be
Gonna
really
flip this up
aggressive, or do you
by
want to do what you know? And a lot of teams will take the style that they're comfortable with.
Lots of balls are being hit high up in the midfield right now too, and that's actually favoring Endpoint, which is a little bit surprising to me, but it seems that
Oh,
version 1
couple-
happy to stay more
I don't know
grounded
what happened
for
there.
the
Triple
demos,
fake.
wait for the opportunities to come. So Endpoint now a bit more
Oh,
in the
that
driver's
no,
seat,
never
getting
mind.
to
I didn't see there was one there.
create the chances while
You can't see the
rather than
nameplates. There's like a setting on there or something like that. and it won't let-
Oh, big miscom, and yeah, that's the right play. Just dump it back into the corner. Everybody reset here for Endpoint. Whoops.
Yeah, if this was a grand final, I'm sure that would have happened right in front of the net, but thankfully for Endpoint, they keep their chance alive here. They keep Stumpy's hopes alive here as they look for a shot over the top. No, Beast Mode does get a touch, and Endpoint just have
Dude,
to
the
get
nameplates.
out of
I hate the
dodge.
nameplates. You
Version
can't
1
see
have
where
a
anyone's
chance to
at
go
in the
the other way,
field.
and they don't manage to do it. It's still going to circle around the V1 net. Archie looking for the touch as well. Over to Metza. There's no follow-up. Relating and Wave, and Archie.
Relating and
off
Wave?
course.
This is Endpoint really just trying to keep the ball here in the orange half and see what version 1 gives them. It's definitely not about trying to find your teammate or anything. It's just, okay, yeah, I can go, and I'm not sure where it needs to go at the moment, but maybe it's that way.
That especially hurts for a player like Archie,
What a
who
save.
wants to have that option across.
Close one,
You
he
see
almost
him
taken
going
it.
for multiple of these balls
40
where
seconds
he doesn't
left.
have any option to pass, and he's just circled into that one play. Very obvious for V1 to be able to defend, but maybe it's enough to send quantity over quantity. Sorry, quantity over quality as Endpoint keep taking those shots. The V1 still seem fine.
A lot of good boost deals as well, but finally it's Beast Mode going to work his way through 2 challenges in the midfield, give version 1 a little bit of breathing room, but
Metza's
does it
up.
fast. It's dumped to Metza, and that should be a touch. Great
Oh,
clear
got the dunk.
opportunity for version 1.
Calm.
You just got to control
Clear
the
it out.
ball, and Calm making sure to bring it down on the dribble.
Oh, it's great work from Com to stay behind that one. It really shut down the chance for Endpoint
Could
as
be
we head
something right here.
towards the 0 seconds again. V1 looking to get it before the overtime.
Nope.
And it
Nope.
does get held up by Endpoint. It will hit the ground.
Overtime,
game
game
number
3. Will version 1 get the sweep or will Endpoint break the
Can't
streak?
afford to have Calm stand up again and point at you and say, I don't know what you guys are doing, but we're going to win the game.
It was a much safer kickoff. They went to win the kickoff.
Missed
into
touch
the
by
other
Torment.
half. It does reduce the
Beast
chance
mode
that
there,
you get
though.
scored on, but it also reduces the chance that you gain possession of the ball, which Torment has now. He's gone high, faked low, faked the flip reset, and it has managed to give V1 an extra chance. Com into beast mode. It just doesn't.
That would have been a nice pass to
Calm is
happen.
seeing the space
Beast
that
mode.
Endpoint's given him,
Cut
and
it
he's
off.
trying to utilize it to the
Torment.
best of his ability. If no one's
Double
going to
tap.
challenge him, I totally believe he brings the ball down
They're
on a
all
dribble, tries to
all of
make it
V1 was up there.
And version 1, here in this overtime, the big thing is don't get all your boost stolen, because that was really making it tough for them in regulation to stay out in front of the play. They just broke through everybody. It's one-on-one with Calm. Archie gets faked and thankfully has enough of the car behind it. Shot towards the net. Metz is there in the corner. And Endpoint going to survive the one-on-one.
Is that it?
Into the
Nope.
middle. Nice cut from Archie.
Archie cut it out. Oh, in a pinch.
Veterans, but it's been
Calm.
One of the youngest players here, one of the newest players to the land scene, who has been having such a huge impact, getting these opportunities. And if V1 can keep that up, they may be able to score, but Endpoint holding on to this midfield as long as they can, get the clear out from Relating Wave, but he won't be able to get the follow-up.
Oh, bad touch by Torment. Calm's there.
Yeah, actually, I'm surprised he got back all the way. That one big double commit from Endpoint, though. They're definitely going to have to give this ball up.
Well, it's starting to see a little bit of panic come into the play, the subconscious feeling that we're in
Torment's
a long
going back.
overtime,
Relating Wave.
that the nerves come
Not the double tap. Torment's got it. Could be in. Nope. Could have the double tap. Calm's there. Beast mode's up. Double tap. Cut off by Relating Wave.
They are just taking shots on net.
Archie got it. Calm.
Empty space in this midfield
Torment.
over to Torment. It's gonna go
The double
down.
tap. The beast mode. Save.
Beast mode gets blocked out.
Such a tough
Beast mode's going back. Going for the double tap. There it is. Another sweep. What everyone wanted so much. Alright, phase 2 went up in game 2.
Make something happen as this one heads to the midfield. First killer does end up getting demoed out by Torsos. Trying to make this happen. Trying to glide this one in is Power, but no. Defense from FaZe Clan still going to be there, still holding true.
Oh my god, dude.
Big save going to be coming out. I thought that was for sure going to be going
I
in.
thought it was going to go in too.
Finding an equalizer with a minute remaining, but no.
I'm gonna full screen it.
Man, as Power, you were banking on that.
We'll just keep it 720p, whatever. 3-1.
Oh, and it turns around. They lose
FaZe
control
Power.
because that